Good evening. Welcome to the Vigilance Committee. It's good to see everyone here. I know that for public safety did premiere tonight, and we didn't work out our times, which is fine with me. I'm not going to whine about it. A lot of people are over there watching that premiere, and that's good. Um, Dave's channel. My name is Vigilante on this channel from the Vigilance Committee, but it's good to see you. Jenny, good to see you. Ozzy Nathan. Um, yeah, I like Ozzy Nathan. Welcome, brother. Hi, David. Stephanie, I know is modding over on the other channel too, so keep toggling back and forth. Let me know when they're done. Hopefully, they'll jump over here after they're done watching for public safety over there. But he might be on there a while too, so it doesn't really matter. I've got a semi-open panel tonight, so anyone that wants to jump up on panel, as long as I know you and I like you, then you're welcome up on my panel. If I don't know you and I don't like you, you're not getting up here. So, and I noticed Army with Harmony was in the chat earlier, and I know he is looking to get back to the old Vigilance Committee, where we just feature people in the 1A community, journalists, constitutional advocates, um, and just interview those people, the boots on the ground per se. And we are going to get back to that. In fact, the Vigilance Committee, Cliff Williams is going to be, quote unquote, the drama channel. Where we kind of go after trolls on that channel after tonight's stream. Okay, so just keep that in mind, folks. If you want to see the drama, you'll be able to see it at the Vigilance Committee, Cliff Williams. And if you search for it, it is at Vigilante 1864 or at. I think Stephanie will find it for me and throw that link in the chat for me, Stephanie, when you can. Because if you guys like the drama, we want to give you that venue too. So after tonight, it'll be on this other channel. Just go ahead and click on that link and be sure and subscribe. Click that notification bell. So when you want to see the Muppets, you'll be able to see them on that channel after tonight and not on this channel. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. This is a channel. I know the picture is deceiving here, but this channel is Targeted Patent. Now, I'm only going to show a little bit of this video. I'm not going to show the whole thing because, quite frankly, I think it's, I think this guy that's in the picture here smoking a cigarette, and I'm not going to name who he is. I think he's a sick individual. Nikki, thank you for being in here. It is an open panel tonight, Nikki, so if you would like to come up on panel and talk about the Muppets, we can do that. You're always welcome here. You know that. I miss you as my partner too, by the way. But thanks for coming in and modding. This guy that's in the picture says some really horrible, horrible things and talks about a really horrible thing that I didn't even know about. I watched it live on his channel. So that's why I'm going to direct everybody to Targeted Patents channel, so that you can see his reaction to what occurred here. Like I said, I'm not going to play the whole thing, just a little bit of it here, just so you guys get kind of an idea.
I didn't even see this. See, that's why I'm not even paying attention to the chats. But anyway,
and
they don't care the consequences or how many lives they ruin with their lies. Okay, and there is no limit to their despicable, like to the level that they'll go to. They'll stoop.
Yeah, they'll stoop as low as they can go. Just kind of look at what's going on in the chat here. Can everybody see their chat here? Targeted Patents chat. So it's disgusting. And like I said, I'm not going to play this whole thing because I didn't even know this had ever happened. And I've had conversations um, with the angry vet, and he never shared this with me. So um, I don't think he wanted it out there originally, but he did say everybody needs to go to Targeted Patent and watch what this guy does, because it's sick. And I'm glad that the angry vet's not in here right now. I just want to play this before he does come in, if he does come in tonight, because it's horrendous.
To the lies that they will, say, even though they know that the lies are going to be found out, the truth is going to be found out. They don't care.
Thanks, BZ Watchdog. I appreciate you.
The damage is done, right? When they tell the lie. So I'm just waiting. I haven't watched this yet. But I can only imagine. I'm betting, because based on the chat, you can see these people already talking about it in the chat.
Fuck.
Okay. Now they did this to me, and it's absolute lies, absolute bullshit. My brother spread it around and said that I've been found to be a tier 3 criminal, which they use that tier system in the Megan's Law in Pennsylvania.
James is the new subscriber. Thanks for coming over, James. I appreciate you.
Before Megan's Law was in, there was 3 different tiers for a sexual offender, like childhood sexual offense. And that's absolutely untrue. My other brother is convicted, but they switched our records or some shit. They like used his record and
Damn, bro.
put it on my identity or something. Like I have evidence of this from a couple years ago.
Damn, dude.
So I can't go around just like telling everybody about this. They're gonna just think that I'm some kind of pedophile.
Are we curious enough to dive into this man's past and bring up some demons, folks?
Now, you have to be aware of the level of deception that people will go to before you just go and spread this information there. Chris Ruff. You want to be some master investigator, right? They're using you. They're throwing you under the bus is what they're doing right here. They're using you to spread the lies. They don't care what happens to
I
you.
wonder if he's talked about this. Have you talked about this? Talked about this to everybody online? Since you like to fuck with people, bro?
If it was true, it would already be exposed. If it was true, it would already be exposed. Let me just put that right here. Let's settle that right now.
Again, Targeted Patent hadn't seen this thing yet, and he was basically saying that they were going to be lying, and he didn't realize what this guy was going to reveal, and he's talking about if it's going to be true, yeah, because it's been out there before. The story's been out there. I guess I didn't know that until recently. But what this sicko Muppet does is really egregious. And I'm only going to play a small part of it, but pay attention to what's going on in his chat. It's sickening.
This isn't something somebody can hide. Okay? And somebody like the Angry Vet, it would have already been exposed if it was true.
All right, I got a name for you folks. Kelly Elizabeth.
Okay, I'm going to skip this part because he was doxing somebody there.
That's why they backtracked with me. They started, people were smart. They're like, well, it might be true. I'm not going to say anything about Targeted Patent because they fucking know. They know damn well what the truth is.
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
No, I didn't ask you anything.
I think he had Siri.
Wow, holy fuck. Kelly was charged.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Thanks for being here. I've seen you in a lot of different chats, and it's the first time I've seen you come into this one, so I appreciate you. Mr. Nicky, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Glad to see you here.
With first-degree murder, child abuse, with death, and false statements to officers. Kevin filed for divorce from Kelly shortly after she was charged with this. You get where I'm going?
Dude, that's personal shit.
So
That's right. Very personal shit. How low can they go? He can go very low, this guy on the screen.
What are you doing?
Kevin's wife suffocated a child, her child. I don't know if it was Kevin's child.
Dude.
And
That's enough of that. You guys want to see, if you haven't seen this stream, targeted Patton, a real father could never stoop this low. Then you can see the rest of it. I don't want to see it again. I don't want to ever see something like that again. And the chat it's whoo, not good. I'm gonna take that off the screen. I've got another one of targeted patents that I don't mind playing a good portion of it. I did invite him to the channel tonight. I don't know if he came on, but definitely want to promote his channel because he's putting out some stuff that's like really showing these guys what kind of people, he's showing everybody what kind of people these guys are that are basically attacking for public safety and the angry vet. And they just call me Santa or Cliff or Cliffy. They won't say my channel name at all because they don't ever want people coming to my channel to see true stuff. And I am blocked from their channels. I'm blocked from Lick the Whole Boot. I'm blocked from Christopher F. I don't know that I'm blocked from Todd yet. But I'm not going to ever say his channel name again. Well, I take that back. The Vigilance Committee will never talk about Todd anymore. The Vigilance Committee, Cliff Williams, will probably do the same thing that Targeted Patton's doing. Show these people for who they really are. This next one here, again, this is Targeted Patton. And he's basically on, he doesn't even realize that he's on Lick the Whole Boots channel, but he's mainly talking about Todd. So I want to play some of this.
Like a rubber, like a real life dog.
So this is still live. Who the hell timed me out and why? You got Debbie Anderson as a mod.
So he's talking about getting timed out. So anytime anybody says anything that's a little bit contrary, they're timed out in those channels. All three of them. They're all three kind of working together, putting out their own narrative that they want out. And if anybody disagrees with them in chat, they block them. They delete their comments. They don't want the other side being seen at all. They don't want the other side of the arguments being seen. So they shut us up on those streams. And that's why the Vigilance Committee, Cliff Williams' channel, is going to be talking about them. Because that's the only way we get to speak. Because they don't allow it in their channels. You go in there and go into their chats and find out. In fact, Lick the Whole Boot is live right now. Go in there and just disagree a little bit with them. You will be attacked and then you will be banned from the channel, or at least timed out for 24 hours. I'm not even timed out for 24 hours. I'm completely banned from their channel. I can't even make a comment in their comment section because I wasn't saying anything rude. I wasn't calling anybody names. I wasn't doing anything. Just like what Targeted Patton's getting ready to talk about here. You just disagree with them and you're gone.
Yes, exactly.
Precisely.
See, that's a go now.
Seems like
Sorry,
you kind
man,
of
we
walked
can't
a real
we
fine
can't
line.
we can't take your case. I know you just wasted 2 years with the VA and you were sick of them. And sorry, we can't help you, dude. So you got to kind of go start. And what legitimate lawyer would work with a
It is a badge of honor, Lucy. Do you have your own channel though, where you're trying to put out content, um, or if you're trying to disagree with the attacks that have been happening? Um, if you do have your own channel and you do want to speak and you want to say something that you wanted to say in their chats, I highly recommend that you do that. Targeted Patent's doing it, and I'm going to start doing it too. So it is a badge of honor to be blocked and banned and not have to be in their chats and be attacked, because you can do it on your own channel. And if they attack you in your own channel, you can always just, it's fine to, if as long as there's no TOS violations. My mods have been told not to time people out. Um, if they get, if they attack my mods can do whatever they want to with them. I mean, up to and including banning them. Especially my managing moderator, Stephanie James. She knows. Let's see. Nikki says something there. Witchy woman, where Lucy does that? Okay, there we go. Thank you for putting her channel in there. So absolutely, as long as you got another voice, and you can put things up on your channel. In fact, I think I will subscribe to you, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Once I end this stream, I don't have anybody up here to remind me to do that anymore, but I'll remember. And you're right, Jim Dundee. I'm not sure. Let's see, that's how mainstream media operates too. Shut down anyone that disagrees with the official line. Exactly. The narrative. Exactly. They want their own narrative out there. They don't want to hear the other side because there might be people that would disagree with them. Yeah, and so I've put out the other side of things, but I don't think I've. Nikki, have we banned anybody since I've been doing this? Because I mean, this is abnormal, right? Content. Um, I don't think we've banned anybody. Maybe timed them out for a few minutes. I'm not sure. Um, anyway, I'm going to continue playing some more of this targeted patent here.
the head of it is a convicted felon. The other one is uh, outright practicing law.
Wait, who's the convicted felon? You're calling Tab a convicted felon because of the
Lucy, you might want to change some of your content. A bunch of parodies is fun too. I like that. And I'm not going to tell you what to do with your channel, but you have a voice. And if you disagree with what these Muppets are doing, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to use your voice, so that at least people are getting the other side of the story on things.
wiretapping shit. Are you serious? Are you serious? And you're not twisting shit around? Come on.
Without a license. That's just obvious he's done that. What lawyer would?
But he was a practicing lawyer, right? He's retired, but that doesn't mean that he lost all of his knowledge. You understand? A retired lawyer, just because they don't have a license to practice law in a certain state, doesn't mean that you can go around saying they're not a lawyer, like they're scamming people.
Thank you, Nikki. And I think we even unbanned Let's OTVO before you left. I don't know how to ban or unban people anyway. So I don't even know how to stream snipe a channel. Obviously, because the last time I tried it, it was all muted. So I don't even know how to get sound on it. I am going to go ahead and put the link to the StreamYard in here in case somebody wants to help me out with some of this stuff. Copy and paste. And there we go. Got it. Okay. Anytime anybody says that they want to come up, of course you've got to verify yourself with your face or your voice so that I know who you are. Um, and then, of course, you can turn your camera off if you want to, um, and just come up on stream.
What are you? What are your qualifications? Right? I guarantee you, all the people like GS has his identity's been out there, so he has to be careful, right? But you got Dummy Kruger, right? I bet you his identity has not been exposed. Whoever this other chick is, Navy Girl, I bet you all these people are anonymous, completely anonymous. So they don't have anything to lose by lying to you.
Work with
Oh, okay. So Bad Apple Media is never to return. So I think we can unban Let's OTVO. I mean, he's kind of harmless. People already know what he's about anyway. So we can let him come in and run his mouth if he wants. I don't know if he's fully on board with these guys anymore. I never see him on any panels anymore on their channels. So I don't know. We'll put him on probation. I just don't know how to do it. So
with these people. And if they do get one, I would question his integrity.
Why?
Agree 100%. I mean, you never know. They might get a constitutional law scholar up in there like Chile.
You would question their integrity because why? Because they might. It's too hard to believe that somebody just wants to do something to help people, right? That's too hard to believe. They have to be scamming somebody, right?
can everybody hear Targeted Patent okay? I know it's a little his sound is, I've got it turned all the way up, but it's kind of faint. But can you guys hear him okay? Oh, okay, Nikki. Um, I don't remember who those guys are. I think one of them was a child though. And there was a reason for it. Are still good reasons to have those two banned? I can't remember honestly. Put a one in the chat, you guys, if you can hear Targeted. Okay, Targeted Patent.
That's the way you people think because
It's
you
low.
think in
Okay.
deceptive manners because you are greedy, ignorant people. There are good people in the world, right? But good people can never do what you're doing right now. What you're doing is trying to deceive people, twisting the truth around. Good people can't do that. I can't do that.
So he's saying exactly the truth here. They do twist things around or leave a little bits out that they know are truths to have people believe their lies is what they do. Um, so if you guys go back to one of my other lives on where we were basically going through lick the whole boots live stream, it took me three sessions to get it done. Um, Chris, I don't want to say his name. Anyway, the guy that has a Direct D channel, uh, he uh, he's always said in the past that he's been in prison for 7 years, and I think he's proud of actually being in prison. I think he misses that life. Um, but he's always said that anytime he did a crime against somebody, they were bad people. Bad people. Well, one of his live streams, he had his partner in one of his crimes. She was the driver, his ex girlfriend, who was a dancer, to put it politely. And well, as far as I know, she's grown up and fixed her life. But I was just asking her questions while um, the guy was droning on because he's always said they were always bad people. They were either drug dealers or they were just bad people that he committed crimes against. So I asked her. I said, when you guys robbed and beat that guy, Was that victim a bad person? And how do you feel about what you guys did? And she said the victim was not a bad guy and that they were on a lot of drugs, and she does feel bad about it. Uh, the guy that she was there to kind of carry water for, to verify his story, um, she basically contradicted everything he was saying. So I caught him on that, and that's in my. I think that's in my last slide. I'm not sure. Um, and I, and then he went off. He completely went off the rails, and I've been banned on both of my channels, the Vigilance Committee and the Vigilance Committee Cliff Williams, ever since, because he did not want that narrative out there to be messed with. He's always had that narrative that he only committed crimes against really bad people. Yeah. And that's not true. And I proved it. Congrats to the good to see you. Congrats to the Moon as a moderator for Todd's channel. And she's always been nice to me. And so everybody should make her feel welcome in here. She's never done me wrong at all. So I'm glad to see her here.
I can't do that. I'm incapable of doing that. I'm incapable of bullshitting like that, of bullshitting anybody and lying like that, manipulating people.
And another thing, that guy has a reprobate mind. He has been given over to a reprobate mind. He does not believe in God. He does not believe in he doesn't care about anyone but himself. He only cares about getting caught when he did something wrong. He didn't even factor in that it might be morally reprehensible. And for Todd to be, and I don't know, maybe he's backed away from this guy, because I haven't seen him on his stream anymore, and I haven't seen, and vice versa. So maybe they just did a parting of ways silently, and which I hope that's true. But anyway, he's still on Lick the Whole Boot. And I believe that Lick the Whole Boot is carrying water for that other guy.
For what? For what? What the fuck are you getting out of it? Like, they got to be paying you guys good or something. Or why would you be able to do this and sleep at night or look yourself in the mirror? Do you even question what you're doing? And you
Oh yeah, Utah Defender. Does Christopher? I'm not going to say his name. Realize that he is self-destructing. He is at an end of his road. I think he does, because he started all of this stuff on his main channel, and then he switched everything over onto this new channel, and now he's got an even other channel where he's going to be licking the boots of cops. So I don't think he knows where he's at in life. I really don't. So, but it's good to see you in here, Utah Defender.
people claim to be religious. Do you question what you're doing if you're going to be judged for it? If you're doing the wrong thing or the right thing? Like, do you? This is crazy to me.
Guido. I'm surprised that hasn't
definitely.
happened yet. I'm surprised they haven't formed together and made a little cool kids club yet. So
Yeah. But doesn't this remind you of that? Like when you were little and you'd sit around and let's make a club. Doesn't that make you think like this?
oh yeah, 100%.
No, this stream right here reminds me of a bunch of middle school age children, right? Who laugh at fart jokes.
Yeah. Targeted Patton, if you guys heard that, he said these guys are the juveniles who laugh at fart jokes, which they do. I mean, they talk about just stupid ass shit while they're doing their lives. And if you disagree with them, they're going to call you names. They're like, it's I, I I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't like to. Sometimes I will, but like Muppets. But I got that from somebody else. I got that from Todd. He likes to call people Muppets now. It's a new word for him. And I'm not here to bash Todd right now, uh, even though targeted patent is. But this lick the whole boot guy, he knows what he's doing is wrong, and he continues. So does the other guy, who I don't want to even mention his name anymore because he certainly can't mention mine. He can't even say the word Cliff, and he certainly can't say the Vigilance Committee because they don't want people coming over here. None of them can pronounce the name of my channel because they don't want people coming over here and hearing the other side of things. Uh, that's just wrong. So, anyway.
And like the bullies in class who think they're better than everybody, and all they do is spend all their time trying to figure out how they can put other people down and then make the class laugh or something, right? To get attention. They're like attention hogs. That's all they care about, and they talk about putting out good content, good content. Listen, I didn't create my channel to create content. I did it to put the truth out because they were deleting evidence off my phone. I did it to put the truth out. I don't care about creating content for people. I could go 2 months.
See, there's targeted patent. He doesn't care about creating content. He doesn't want to get monetized. He said he cares about the truth, and every time he would try to say something on the other side to get people thinking, they would block him. They would time him out, and that's the only reason why he's even got a channel now where he's showing the other side of things. Isn't that interesting? So I'm going to try not to block people or ban people anymore because there's your oh, what do you call it? Um, help me out. When you do something and it has an opposite effect of what you wanted, backlash? Is that the right word? Backlash? Yeah, I think that's the backlash. When you block and ban people from speaking in a live stream, they're going to figure out another way to get their points across. Um, and thanks for coming in, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I know you've got other things you want to do, but I appreciate you coming in. Look forward to seeing you again. And look who's here. Rogue Nation. Uh, good to see you, brother. I know that you're irrelevant according to that other guy, but I don't think you're irrelevant at all. I still consider you the Benjamin Franklin of the movement. I'm not going to just say 1A, or I think you're a constitutional advocate. I don't think that label would hurt you. Um, I think you do believe in the Constitution and law, and you're a good teacher. That's why I like to call you Benjamin Franklin. So, um, one of the old founding fathers that basically took care of the young guys when they were trying to create a nation. And there's Utah Defender. Yeah. James is saying hello. Good. It's a good way to call him a name without swearing. I like that. Rats to the moon. I try to do that, but I'm not perfect. I don't even try to espouse to be.
Months without making a fucking video, or I don't care if everybody that subscribes unsubscribes to me. I don't give a shit. I will never make a penny off my YouTube channel. I vowed to never make a penny off it when I started the damn thing. I started this to get the truth out, and then if I can help people to spread awareness about this sick shit that they do to people, right? The psychological warfare tactics they use, because I wasn't aware of them. I was naive, and I got fooled over and over again. So I feel like I'm obligated to share the knowledge that I've gotten, right? The lessons I've learned, in order to protect people from this deceptive tactics that they're using. Because if you're not aware of it, you're a sitting duck. You know, you don't stand a chance. But
Hey, Howard Clegg, good to see you.
if you're aware of it, you have the information and you understand that people do this, people act this way, people actually go out of their way to deceive people and lie to people for whatever reason, then you can protect yourself against it. You can be aware of it and you can look out for it. That's why I'm here.
And I mean, just look at the way. So the thing about Tab is he acts exactly like for public safety. They act like like
Like a good person. Like a good person. He's just trying to do the right thing. Yeah. See, and you guys all like you go after the same people. It don't matter. I'm convinced you're not convincing anybody. I don't think that you guys are actually convincing any real people. I think it's just like everybody in here are just actual paid trolls. I really do think that everybody in here is not stupid. If they're supporting this narrative, it's only because they're being paid to.
Well, okay. So Targeted Patent thinks they're all being paid to. Well, I think the channel owners might be getting some monetary benefit out of here, out of there. But I heard somebody say tonight. In fact, I thought it was. I'm not going to say, but I heard somebody say tonight that some people just like to see the world burn. They like to see, oh, it was on BZ Watchdog's channel. Yeah. Where somebody said they just like to see people, especially in this community, get arrested, get put in chains, and sent to the dungeon. So some people just like that, and they want to see those people um, basically buried. Anybody that's trying to hold the government accountable in some way, these people in these chats on these channels that are going after, especially for public safety, and I think he's been getting the brunt of every troll channel out there, and he needs help with people defending his side of things because they are twisting things, making it look like he could be a liar when he's not. They just twist things a certain little way. And his premiere tonight, it was showing some of the things that I've been talking about for a while, where you got that document from Dummy Kruger saying that he has a driver's license, and then the phone call to the DMV where they say, and it was the fraud department, so they did know what they were talking about. They said that is not a driver's license number, and yet it's saying DL. Okay, so he never had a Kentucky driver's license, and he didn't get a Kentucky ID until '99. So they even mess up on timelines. They screw things up to make it look like um, Christopher Ryder is lying when he hasn't. Uh, and they and then these other channels pick up Dummy Kruger's stuff and just take it as gold. Like, oh, you've been caught, you've been exposed, and they just run with it without even doing any of their own due diligence to check um, what's out there. Um, so let's continue.
I truly believe that because anybody with half a brain can look at both sides and look at the whole situation. They can see that Christopher Ruff, J.J. Scarborough, fucking Michael Kaiser, Todd, little wee Todd, right? Oompa Loompa here. They're all corrupt. They're all corrupt, and then they're all attacking the people that they fear, the people that are know the truth, right? And all they do is lie. That's all they do is lie.
Glock Loaded doesn't ever get chastised over there in Christopher, that guy's channel, or like or Todd. He never gets chastised over there, do you, Glock Loaded? I'm waiting to see your response to that. You never get chastised or timed out by them, do you? Or even blocked?
Lie, and they support each other. The liars support each other. But it's so organized that it has to be there has to be a a handler, a government handler involved, right? There has to be a government aspect to this, and there has to be a pretty big motivation for everybody to do this too, because they don't care about each other; they only care about themselves.
Yeah, every other day, which is about when they live stream is every other day. One of them's live streaming every day about somebody's always doing a live stream about Christopher Ryder for public safety, and yet they bitch every time he responds to them. Look, the whole boot was already doing that tonight. Why does he always got? Why is he so soft skinned? Why does he always got to respond to everything that we do? Blah 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 blah. Oh, it's sickening. uh,
So the fact that they support each other like this, there has to be a massive, you know, motivation to get all these people to do this.
Like there are these cool kids in high school. They talk about, smacking nerds on the back of the head when in reality,
which was you, Lick the whole boot. You were the nerd that all the bullies smacked in the back of the head. I could tell just by your voice. And maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe that was just mean, rude. But I'm just so sick of this guy. He's so smarmy. 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 Look it up. And he's also just an arrogant, thinks he knows everything. It's crazy.
they're just projecting because
So, and this is what they do. It's called mirroring and everything else. But
Yep, targeted patent has that. He sees right through that. They're just projecting. No, that's what they're doing. He's saying mirroring, which is the same thing. They're I like targeted patent already. I think he's got a brain.
they're literally describing their own lives. They're describing what they do,
Yep.
and they're blaming
Yep.
the target for it.
Yep.
Because they're uncreative. They're not creative. They can't come up with anything else. They just describe themselves, right? And then just blame other people for it. And they do it louder and to more people.
Yep.
And they are the masters of deception.
Yes,
So
they are.
You really do have to watch it all. Just watch it all. You'll see. Don't take my word for it. Go watch Tav's videos. Go watch Chris Ryder's videos for public safety. Watch all GS's old streams, right? Watch Dummy Kruger's videos. Watch them all. And anybody who watches them all and has even a quarter of a brain cell can clearly see what the truth is, right? And the truth is Christopher Ruff, direct D, direct douchebag, generally pathetic here, lick the whole boot, BZ Watchdog, whoever this Navy girl bitch is, and they're all paid trolls. They have to be because they're all very smart, articulate, and they're all playing the same game, same script, twisting everything around.
Well, now, BC Watchdog. To be fair, yeah. Um, it seems like he's coming to other conclusions. I was in his live stream tonight, and he comes over to this one. He also goes into for public safety and the Angry Vet, and I think he's starting to realize he might have jumped on a bandwagon that he doesn't want to be on, and he might be jumping off. At least I hope so. I'm I'm willing to give him a chance uh, at the truth here. See where we'll see where he lands. Jury's still out, but I'm hopeful that he realizes that these guys are just poison. Is what they are.
I just come in because I'm able to, because I can come in and play dumb, and I'm not that established, I'm not that big. These people don't know me, so I can come in and ask the right questions and stir
Yeah.
up a stream, right?
Hmm.
Because if I can help it, I will do everything I can to stop disinformation and to stop them from manipulating everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Stop it. It's my job. I'm the guy that's not going to allow you to fucking do this shit. Oompa, loompa, doompa dee doo. GS has a problem getting on with you. I could make a pretty funny song, but I'm not here for comedy. I'm here to put out the truth. Sorry it's so serious.
I think he's showing some of the same frustrations that a lot of us are showing. Because and it's confusing people. And that's what they do. They're putting out deception and confusion to try to muddy the waters. Um, and there's a lot of water muddying going on. And there's a lot of there's okay. There's KFAR. There's Fraudit Wrangler, Fraudit Troll, W. Kruger. Now there's Christopher Ruff, Lick the Whole Boot, Generally Specific. And now apparently this Navy girl, which I will not call the names that other people are calling her. I don't do those sorts of things, and I don't like when people do those sorts of things. I am not a simp that just goes along with everything everyone says. Even if I support them and support their plight, there's certain things that I'll put it out there. I don't like women being called names just because, especially if you don't know who they are. And yeah, I'll white knight for them. I don't give a shit. Nobody should be calling Navy girl Navy whore. Nobody. It's wrong. Period. I don't. I won't. I don't have to agree with everything everybody does or says. But I'm definitely going to call it out when I think it's wrong. For public safety, you were wrong to do that, and I don't care. That you guys have known all day. I put this out there early this morning that I was going to do this live tonight, and so that's interesting too. That's interesting. Anyway, so I'm probably getting it on both sides, where people aren't going to like what I'm saying or doing, and I'm okay with that because I'm going to speak my truth, and I'm going to tell people what I like and what I don't like, and I'm going to call anybody out if I disagree with what they're saying. Even if I support their plight, I don't have to support everything they say or do. Not a simp here, and I don't. And yet the other side still is going to call me a simp. They can call me whatever they want. I know what the truth is, and anybody that comes to my channel and sees what I put out, they know I don't lie. I don't lie. This channel, like I said, is going back to its regular programming after tonight. I will only be showing videos of people in this community that are boots on the ground, auditors, activists, um, journalists, independent journalists, um, and constitutional advocates. It's the only content that's going to be seen on this channel, the Vigilance Committee. If you want to see all of this kind of content, it's going to be on the Vigilance Committee, Cliff Williams, because that kind of stuff is personal. This kind of stuff is personal. It's personal. It has nothing to do with the movement. It's a waste of space and waste of time, and it doesn't really belong on this channel. And so I'm making that promise tonight. This kind of content will not be on this channel ever again after tonight. So you have my word on that. Okay. It'll be on the other channel, the Vigilance Committee, Cliff Williams. And I think Stephanie has put the link in there. So please go there and subscribe. Watch the first 3 videos I've done as an auditor. They're not very good, but make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe because I really do want to grow that channel for money. That's going to be my personal channel that I'm going to try to make money on. This channel is my passion. I don't care whether this channel ever gets monetized, and it probably will never get monetized because of the type of content I put on here. I only want to show the boots on the ground and help them on this channel. So So are we going back to My Little Pony videos? Yes. I like that, Rogue. No, I'm going to have what Christopher Ruff says are my shitty guests. He calls all my guests shitty that I've ever had in the past. I think he doesn't realize I actually had Lincoln Square Leonidas featured on my channel. And so he did a couple of interviews with him, but then nothing ever came of it. What happened to that big thing he was going to do for Lincoln Leonidas? He is shadow banned. What happened to that? And he put him on his little channel to interview him, not on his big channel where he really needs the help. So, right back at you, Milky. Writer earned my hate. Cliff absolutely is not. We may not agree, but that's okay. Yeah, it is. And he did earn the hate. That was not right at all. Ooh, boy, I said something contrary to what For Public Safety said. So what? I still support him. Rats to the Moon does not, and she has her reasons. So she's always going to be welcome here, period.
Why so serious? I can I can I can definitely put out some fucking funny disses about him, but I don't want to stoop to their level, right?
There you go.
They will use
Stooping
that
to
against me.
that
They do.
level.
You know, if I make fun of
Stooping to that level. This is where Chris Ryder can lose people because he stoops to their level. Don't do that. Don't be calling people names. Don't be, like Cliff is just a bitter, fat old man. Just a bitter, fat old man. Yeah, let's not stoop to the level of name calling like that. Let's just talk about truth and lies. If we're going to talk about things, let's our opinions are our opinions, and we all have a right to our opinions. Whoever says no, they lied on this, that's their opinion. They have a right to that opinion. All we can do is try to show them that maybe it's not. Uh, yeah, maybe it's something else. They think it's lies. We think it's truth. Let's get the argument. Get to the argument and try to show each other which one is truth. Because let's face it, there is truth and then there's lies, and there's no in between. It's either the truth or it's a lie. And I agree with Rogue right there. It's okay to disagree on some things. Absolutely, absolutely. But it's not okay to disagree on things on these particular channels. You can't disagree, or you'll be timed out for 24 hours, or just outright blocked and banned. Okay, that's what's wrong. That's wrong, and but it's, you know what? It's okay if they do that, because then it brings up guys like Targeted Patent that'll start their own channel and talk about the other side, right? So we're going to try not to block and ban. If it is against terms of service, my moderators have been told if it's against terms of service, time them out. Give them warnings, 2, 5, 10 minutes, and then 24 hours if they continue to go against terms of service. That's simple.
them and I make jokes about them.
And
look what they say.
don't attack the moderators ever in anybody's channel. Don't attack moderators. If you attack the moderators, they have this channel owner's permission to do whatever they want with them. And we're gonna be cleaning out the moderators too. I don't want a lot of moderators anymore. Rogue Nation, you're always going to be a moderator, even though you don't moderate. And that's okay. You'll always have a wrench here, brother. And you guys, if you haven't subscribed, or if you don't know who Rogue Nation is, if you've been living under a rock, Go to his channel, subscribe, watch his body of work over the years. This man is an OG. I'm telling you.
About F3, right? About
And really, he is good at taking
What
attacks too. He's very good at taking attacks, and he still keeps an even keel. Um, uh, I've seen it. I've seen it. Even on panels, they try to attack him on panels, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you feel that way." Am I supposed to be doing something? Yeah, moderators are supposed to drop links of channels. So if you want to drop your own link, Rogue, do you know how? I'm pretty sure he does. Or just time people out if they're committing TOS violations, which you would know what those are. Um, I say 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, kind of warnings, and then if they continue to do it, then it's 24 hours. But we're not going to ban people anymore. We're just not going to do that because I can see what happens when channels ban people. They cause another channel to spout up and go against them in a big way, which is what Targeted Patton's doing because he basically got banned from these channels, and he's doing what he can to fight back and tell the truths instead of allowing all the lies. What's that say? Oh, Cliff has the best mods in his channel. They don't get butthurt like some mods do. Well, no, I've seen mods get butthurt in this channel too. I have to have phone conversations with some of them sometimes, and say, and there's been infighting in here too. So I think we've got that solved. So all right. Oh, James Forbes, I'm subbed with Rogue. Good. So, were you subbed with him before, or did you just sub, James? I mean, it's awesome that you did. And you probably already have been, or you just didn't know to be. Oh, look, there's Finkel. All right. Thanks for coming in, Rogue. I know you only spent a few minutes, and that's good. I'm glad you showed up. Let's see. And then there's Finkel. Let me see. What are we doing tonight? Are we stream sniping? Well, I would like to, but I don't know how. It is an open panel, so if somebody can come up here and show me how to stream snipe, I would sure appreciate it. Let me put the link into the chat here. And if somebody's trying to come in, make sure that you guys let me know because I might not see them down here because I'm trying to pay attention to the chat. Gloria, good to see you. So I believe that the premiere on For Public Safety is over. Am I right about that? Anyway, let's continue this video here.
it's Hill Pirate. What do they say?
I really am hoping somebody will come up on the panel and show me how to stream snipe where there's audio because the last time I tried to do it, there was never any audio. And I'd like to stream snipe a particular individual that's an idiot. Oh, should I say that out loud? Yeah.
About him now. They say that's all they
the
do
angry
is drama. No, they watch people like.
So the angry vet just ended too. So good. Okay. I didn't know that what they were doing today. Finkel, thank you. Can you show me your face just for a second before I bring you up? Thank you. Okay. All right. Welcome. I appreciate you coming up.
I thought this is stream sniping when you're sharing someone else's stream and commentating on it.
Well, this one is Targeted Patton. It's just a video, though. It's not a live stream. And the last time I tried to stream snipe a live stream, I didn't have audio on it, and I would like to stream snipe. Let me show you.
When you
Him earlier. I'm saying maybe about
Can everybody hear that?
I can hear that, yeah.
Okay, well then I guess I do know how to stream snipe, because this is a live stream from Lick.
Oh, look,
Crash Out
three
Review
more on
Part
here
3.
too.
Yeah.
The how you get the audio is when you click on, was it settings? Not settings. Present. When you click on present, and share screen, you want to make sure you hit the one for the Chrome tab or the Explorer, whatever browser you're using, the tab that stream is in.
Okay. Okay.
If you share it by screen, you get the very quiet.
Okay, well let me hit play again, and everybody in the chat, let me know if you can hear this well.
15 minutes before I went live, one of his sons kept talking over him when he kept trying to tell me something. Okay, so when you
Can everybody hear that? Okay.
Yeah, it was just as loud as you. Oh, it sounded
good. Okay. All right. So maybe I'll just go back to the beginning on here, or should I just go to where he's at live? What do you guys think?
I don't know. You got audio? I'm going back downstairs.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Finkel. Thank you for coming up. All right, so we've got what do you guys think? Should I back it all the way up, or should I just start from where I'm at and see what he's saying and contradict it if there's some lies in there? What do you guys think?
you put out lies saying that he's neglecting his kids, he doesn't even see his kids, he lives 2 hours away from them, you sound fucking retarded to the person who knows better and knows that that's a blatant lie.
Okay, where are we at on that? Let me back this up, because I don't know who they're talking about right now. I'd like to know. Let's back it up just a hair.
Of his kid's house and shit like that over words on the internet.
Yeah, Ryder lies all the time. You know, it's just
Ryder lies all the time. Does he? Does he really?
Just like how him, Tav, and then that targeted Patton guy, they keep saying Direct D, he doesn't have his kids. He really, because that's crazy. You know,
Really?
I talked to Ruff on the
To be honest,
side.
that's different.
Yeah, I was gonna say I talked to Ruff on the side, and I can tell you that during the phone calls we have, his kids are in the background. I can tell you that when I talked to him earlier, I'm saying maybe about.
Okay, so I would actually like to know the truth on that. I mean, which is the truth and which is a lie? And here comes my friend, who I disagree with sometimes.
Are these people still on the internet talking about other people's kids? What's wrong with them?
I know. Well, and yeah, and both sides have been doing that too. So I don't like it when they do that.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, these people are
these
nuts,
guys are
man.
doing
So
a lot. Yeah,
you
they're
take a
doing a
video away from them that's not theirs for a short period of time because they're slandering and lying and abusing the video that they're graciously being allowed to use. And the first thing that they do to be able to handle their big fifis is attack kids and try to get kids taken away. Like what kind of mindset is that?
Yeah. Well, I've got a question, because right now they're saying that you've been saying that Christopher Ruff does not live with his girlfriend or wife, whatever it is, and he's not seeing his kids. But they're absolutely denying that and saying that he does have his kids there.
Who cares?
Okay. Well, I would like to know what the truth is.
Why?
Because I don't think we should be putting out deceptive information on either side.
Oh yeah, no, it's not untrue. Yeah, he's separated from his kids. He's been telling everybody that the whole time. What are you talking about? So, I mean, he said he ran and hid in the desert in Arizona from the cops, from Warrens, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so do you bring kids to deserts in Arizona?
Well, he said he did. Well, no, he said it. The shed is attached to a bigger part of the
Think,
house.
just think about
Like
this,
it's
Cliff.
an
You'll answer
add-on.
your own question. Let me ask you this. So, does one truly run away from warrants overnight and change the kids' schools and change the kids' systems and change the kids' housing and do all that so they can temporarily hide from a couple municipal warrants for traffic tickets?
Well, he's been up there for
I mean, I asked the
close to a
question,
year
does
now.
one do that? Is that normal?
No, but the narrative
Oh,
of your question might be off a little bit though too. He's been up there
No,
for
it's
a
not
while.
off. I've determined, I mean, I have sourced the warrants and they're all traffic violations. So the only thing could be off is the location. And then I'm not going to give away my resources to that knowledge of where he's located. But,
Yeah, and I don't
I'm
think
just
anybody
curious
should.
as to why. I'm just curious as to why that would really matter. I mean, I think, the behavior.
Truth matters. Truth matters. Period.
Yeah, but listen,
Even little lies or
wait,
misleading
Cliff,
here
hold
and
on.
there, none of it's
Here's some truth. I could tell you that I have a really large member, and I might be telling the truth, but is it any of your business?
no, but certain people
Okay.
are making certain things their
So we
business
have to
on both
stop
sides.
this. We have to be the first to lead by example and stop this ridiculously um, phrased out of term thought notion that we're entitled to every bit of knowledge of other people's privacy. Now that doesn't negate a situation where a person makes a personal stab at another person. Just because we're content creators doesn't mean we're not people. So when a person like Ruff attacks and makes threats and saying that they're outside your backyard when you got kids in your house and post pictures of the curtilage of your home saying in a chat that I'm coming in your door, just because I respond by saying something to that does not mean it's everybody's business how I respond. Does that make sense? Like I might call him out for some of his things and reasons behind his behavior, but at the end of the day, I'm calling him out.
Yeah.
I'm not calling on YouTube. I'm calling him out.
Right.
So the people who are demanding this truth to these things, why I ask them? If you're so concerned, do the research. Find out yourself. I was able to do it. I'm just a normal person.
Well, here's what I want to say. There's a lot of name calling going on, and there's certain things that I don't like, and I just stated it publicly. I don't know if you heard me, but I don't agree with you calling Navy girl a whore. And
I don't care. I don't care if it bothers you or her or anybody else.
Right. I don't think you should do that because it's like coming down to their level. But you can do you. This is your channel. For public safety is your channel.
This is your channel.
Yeah. And I can say what I don't agree with and what I do agree with, privately and publicly, because I'm still going to be called a simp from the other side.
No, I know.
I just
don't
carry
buy
your
into
water.
all that. It's just like this. When they scream the word snitch, when they scream the word snitch, what they're really doing is telling you that if you partake in stopping them from their behavior, then there's going to be public shame. The interest that they're trying to throw is the perception that you will be shamed for doing that. That's what they're really doing. Now, there really are snitches and there really is bad that comes along with snitching, but they're trying to complicate the word. Does that make sense? So that they can be protected in their behavior. It's not really the situation. And it's the same with what you're talking about. They're just throwing around all these words to try to keep people from standing up to them.
Yeah.
When at the end of the day, what they are is a public nuisance.
Well, I just think that there's a way that we can combat it without dropping down to their level. And that's
Oh,
the
when you
reason I
find
put
it,
out
let me know.
well, I just did my last live stream that you probably haven't watched.
Well, where's the
Um,
success rate? Can you show me the statistics of how that works, as opposed to,
what do
doing
you
some
what do you
name
mean
calling along with it?
what are you talking about statistics? I don't give a fuck how many people
Right.
come to
So
my
my
channel.
question is, how do you know that you doing it without XYZ is successful or not?
The truth is the
Because
truth, and the lies are the lies, and the name calling is all name calling bullshit to get
yeah,
more
name
content.
calling and lying are two different things. So let's approach one thing at a time.
I don't
So
agree with either. I don't agree with name calling, and I don't
right,
agree with lies.
I
Here's
agree
what I
with
do.
you.
I take a different tact on things. In Ruff's live stream, when he had his ex-girlfriend in the chat, all these years, Ruff has been saying to everybody, because he's Robin Hood, he has only robbed and committed crimes against bad people, right? He's always said that over the years, right?
Right.
You can
He's
agree
even
with
gone
that.
as far as to tell
Yeah,
some of his best friends that he robbed a drug dealing thief. When in fact
exactly.
it was just an 18-year-old kid that bought a couple joints from him.
No, we can't call him a kid. He's an adult, but an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
But he did rob him, and he's even said in one of his live streams, "We beat the hell out of that guy. He was in the hospital, and his own mother couldn't recognize him."
Right.
I heard
But
him
he
say it.
says that in one stream, but then in the
Yep.
in the
And
100
then the
more,
other,
he says, no,
no,
you're lying.
only the other guy did it. Only the
Yeah.
other guy pistol whipped him or beat him. Only the other guy held a gun on him half the time. Only the other guy was doing the major stuff. He was
Right.
Robin Hood. He didn't want the poor victim to be shot, even though the poor victim was a bad guy. So I asked the partner in crime on that live stream in the chat. I asked her, I said, "Was that victim a bad guy? How do you feel about what you guys did to him? And do you have any feelings now about what happened?" Her answer was, "We were doing a lot of drugs, but no, I don't think Robert was a bad guy. We were doing a lot of drugs, um, and then she said, but Tyler beat him."
Well, another unfortunate
So
situation is
she was
that if
just
you
trying to
really
cover for Christopher Ruff, is all she was doing. So I
right,
basically
that's what she's
exposed.
always done.
So
So
I
we
basically
just
exposed. I exposed the contradiction. That's how I
good.
did it. Was just questioning her. I didn't have to do any name calling. I didn't have to do any of that, and I put it up on my channel, and that's it. Christopher
Well, I got an
Ruff
example for
has
you.
been proven to be a liar.
I have to offer you a little intel, a little insight. So you are able to comment in the chat because
Not
they have
anymore.
not determined they had at that point they had not determined that they hate you yet.
Oh
So
yes, they did.
well when they choose to take it to the next level down, what they will do is they will incite communication with you, but then they will
Mhm.
do everything in their attempt to force you to either drop a level and do some name calling with them. Then they'll
Yep.
respond.
I still didn't
Or,
do it.
well, okay, so they'll just ignore you and they'll talk bad about you and you won't be
Oh,
able to do
yep,
nothing about it. And good thing you
yep,
don't have kids at home that they can threaten.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because
That's
that's what they
true.
do
They
to us.
he just talks about a bankruptcy,
Right.
or he just has his chat attack me, and then I'm completely banned both my channels, the Vigilance Committee and the Vigilance Committee. Cliff Williams completely and totally banned because he knew I outed him there, and he went off. And in your stream that you did, you cut it off right there just before he went off on me, and then
Yeah.
he banned me completely
Right.
from his channel and lick the whole boot. I'm completely banned. Both my channels are completely banned there.
Right.
The only way I have a voice now is to have my own channel, and I believe that's where Targeted Patton came from, is because that's
Right.
the only way he had a voice anymore.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I don't know well enough to
Mhm.
determine yes or no, but Yeah, I mean, it seems that way. I mean, here's the deal. What if, like, here's a situation that people don't understand. What if, say, I was to offer Chris money, maybe, I don't know, $1,000 every other week, if he made it a mission to cause you damage weekly? Then someone tells you, don't react, or don't
Oh,
correspond, or don't respond, or you know what I'm saying? It puts you in
yeah,
an impossible situation.
I absolutely understand where you're coming from on that. You've been attacked for months and months and months, and it's not just one channel; it's a half a dozen channels.
Well, and the biggest point to that is they are being paid by the Meade County Corruption, a couple employees from the Meade County government. They're being
And I
paid. You
agree
can
with that
see it
too.
in the
The
chat.
common denominator, and I've said this many times, is JJ Scarborough.
Mhm.
He's going into their channels. He's sending them super chats.
He's sending
And
them emails. They're corresponding on the telephone. They
yep,
admit to
yep,
it. They're
yep.
talking
He's
about,
up on their panels,
sending
and
each
it's
other
all
gifts
to
in the mail.
badmouth you. It's all to badmouth you. All of it.
Not just bad mouth, but cause us damage, like
Yeah,
call
yeah,
CPS on our kids, and
yep. I
call
remember
the
that.
law enforcement agencies and say that we have drugs when we don't,
Hack
things like
your
that. Call my
email.
judge and
Hack your
say that I'm
email.
drunk.
Hack the GoFundMe accounts that you did.
They hack my actual business, bro, like my
I know.
construction company.
I know.
Yep.
And you lost clients because of it. Long
When
time
I lose a
clients. Because
client,
they said you were in prison or going to jail and you wouldn't be able to do any work anymore. I know
yeah,
all of
and
this stuff.
and people don't understand. Well, yeah, but we're live, so this is good to air
Yeah,
out.
it is.
People don't know this. So I'm a contractor, but I am a commercial construction contractor, which means that my clients are corporations.
Yeah,
And
which they
it's not
don't
the
care about
same.
what's happening. If you say this guy's going to be in jail, they just go, okay. Oh, there's no personal relationship there. And so
Well, let me
that's why you
finish so that I
have
don't
those
throw people off.
contracts.
To understand, I want people to understand this, Cliff, if you don't mind.
Yeah. No,
So
go ahead.
when I sign jobs, I'm not signing I'm not like a normal contractor that's going out there and building one person a deck and putting some new windows in for another person and doing a roof for another person. When I lose a client, I'm losing stores that I maintain on a regular basis.
Yep.
And each client would have like maybe 100 of those stores in my area. So losing one client is a third of all of my income for my family. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
what they went after. And they did 2/3. They
Yeah,
reduced,
I know.
they reduced my income by 2/3.
Yeah, and we've had private conversations about this,
Right. But this one's
and it's
public.
been on your channel too. It's been on your channel too, where you've stated that they were doing these things, and it's mainly Product Wrangler sycophants who are now on Christopher Ruff's channel, and they're on Todd's channel, and they're on Lick's channel. Um, and I'm trying not to say their names because they can't even pronounce the word cliff or the vigilance committee.
So what you have
And
is there are
or
certain
Santa.
key
They can only
people.
pronounce Santa. Santa.
Right. So what you have is there are certain key people that are perceived as leaders by JJ, right? And then
Yep.
JJ puts them on a payroll that he thinks is non-traceable, like super chats and offering gifts and things like that. He thinks are non-traceable. So he's doing that with those quote unquote leaders by his
Well, I
perception.
suspect that that's what he's doing. I suspect
And
it.
no, I know that's what he's doing. I
Well, we don't
100%
get
can
the
prove
proof.
that's what he's doing. And
You've got,
then
but then you need to show that proof.
no, I don't. No, I do
Okay,
not. I need to go to
well,
court with
you've
that
got
proof.
open cases. Yeah, you're going to go to court with that stuff.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need to listen.
And
Nobody on
and
YouTube.
you and I have had phone conversations where I say, "You got to publish it. You got to publish that right now. You got to show the proof."
Right.
No, I
And
can't
that's what
right
we
now.
argue about.
We've had.
That's
I
what you
know.
and I have always argued about, is because I've
I
tried to
know.
tell you, no offense
Yep.
to anyone watching, but I do not owe an argument to YouTube. I owe my rights to the people that fought for this country. And it would be disrespectful of me to disrespect my own rights and my family's rights. And one of my rights is to a fair trial. And when I find myself in court, I'm not going to disrespect my own rights and my family's rights. It's not going to happen. And we're going to have a fair trial, you know, and if it hurts feelings from people on YouTube, all I have to say is you should have been more patient.
Yeah. Well, and I've always been patient, and eventually that truth does come out, and the proof does come out.
Yeah, it does.
I've
Yep.
I've
When there's
been
open
witness to it
litigation, it
for
comes out in
2.5
court.
years now. Yep.
Right. You know, and it's hard to say that entirely because, like, for example, you know, we won our lawsuit against the raid against
Yeah.
Clark County.
And
And they
according
did.
to somebody, you only got 10 grand. That's it. That's all you got.
I'm not going to
Nobody's
talk
ever
about.
shown
I'm not
any
just.
evidence. Nobody's shown any evidence of that. Period.
Well, we won't talk about it because
Right.
that's one of the factors in my non-disclosure. So the point I was coming to is that there is a non-disclosure which limits the information that can be released afterwards. However, in my raid case, we had already told everything that was used as facts and provided proof for all of it, just the same as we would in that courtroom. You know what I'm saying? So, which we were young and dumb in the world of law. So, looking back on it, I may, like today, I may have reserved some of that intel for just court. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And fortunately, you know, it all worked out. Like there were some things that weren't shared, but you know, those are in the NDA at this point. But that's okay because everyone saw the proof of what we were saying to be true.
Yeah.
You know.
I do want to say this, Glock loaded. Thank you. I appreciate that. I typically I don't ask for donations, but I appreciate that you did. I really do. I rarely get those, so that's nice. Thank you. Not paying attention to the chat here. I haven't been. Angry Vet, don't spam my chat, man. I see all those ones.
There might have been a question.
I don't know. Let me see.
Oh, let's read Rats to the Moons. Read her chat.
Oh,
read her comment.
Well, which one? She's made some in here, and
I think the
already
last
told her.
one.
Okay.
That's rich. Fair trial for Chris, but not for Kaiser. Oh, that's an interesting statement, Rats. Do you support Kaiser, who got away with murder and is still on the hook with that, and then committed 5 more felonies, which he's already openly admitted to on his YouTube channel live stream? You're going to say fair trial? Listen, the same as I can give proof that what I'm saying is true before a hearing, Kaiser can do that too. And guess what, Rats? He did. He said that he broke into his boss's where he worked, and he stole those safes and he stole those credit cards and he used them. Those are the 5 felonies that he's facing right now. So you tell us, how is someone on YouTube keeping him from getting a fair trial? When he goes to court, that video will be played and it will be him doing what's called an admission. And I don't know if you're understanding court evidence rules, but admission is just as strong evidence as DNA.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. If you admit to the crime in public, in a public way, it's hard to take that back. Now, I didn't see that stream. He did. He said that on his channel. He said, "Can if somebody has a link to that, I would like to air that." Or did he take that live down? He probably
I don't
took
know.
it down.
It's plenty available. I mean, everyone that is concerned with public safety.
We haven't seen
not
a lot
me,
of
public
him.
safety, but
Has
yeah,
he?
he's been quiet because he's facing a show cause hearing coming up 2/5/25.
2/5/25. I have seen that going around too, and I remember Shiz putting that out. Even though I've only gone to the channel once, and the only reason I did is because they said big news on Product Wrangler.
Well, it's a what he's facing is a revocation of bond hearing. It's the same as the show cause is the same as contempt hearing. Like, you got to go and explain to the judge who has evidence that you've been in violation of a rule from court, and then you go to show cause to show, proof that you didn't, or it's a trial. It's a hearing, not a trial. It's a hearing, just the same. So when he goes to that hearing, if the state has evidence that is stronger than his argument to what they brought against him, which is violation of his bond, well then his bond will be redetermined. Like, they'll reconfigure everything they're doing currently, and it could change right there in that courtroom. His bond could be completely revoked. He might be sentenced to period of time for contempt. I mean, it just depends on what the judge decides to do and how the hearing turns out. But yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you play FAFO.
Okay, I'm looking at Joey Simpson's comment here. Chris, have you seen the show cause order? Question mark. They don't even know he's been living in Oklahoma or went to Kentucky. Now, I don't know that he went to Kentucky. I think that was a farce. Just like what
I think that we'll
Christopher
reserve the argument for court. Let him
Yeah,
have
I
that
think
argument in
that's a
court.
good idea. Yeah.
I think, again, there's a certain level of, we all have a habit of doing this, but there's a certain level of entitlement when it comes to thinking that we deserve knowledge before it's argued in the courtroom. I mean, the people who have the rights to that knowledge is the people, the subjects in question. Like, my cases are my rights to keep that information. I don't want anything.
Now, I'm going to highlight this, but I don't agree with it, Mike Webb.
I don't want to leave that open-ended, Cliff, because I don't want to sound like I'm being mean. But in Kaiser's case, when it comes to his trial about the felonies that he was, that he's facing, about the felonies, not the show cause, but the felonies, that argument he's already given the information to when he said that, yes, in fact, he did it. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the show cause, I'm going to reserve that argument. I'm going to promote that people reserve those details for court. I would like to see Kaiser 100% fairly walk into that courtroom and get his ass locked up for the behavior that he has done. So, I don't want at the end of the day anybody going, oh, well, they talked about it on YouTube and that's why the court, I want to see that motherfucker go, like, on his own terms. We've been waiting for this for 2 years.
Yeah, I know. Especially his people that have been attacking you, because it's not just him; it's all those people that are supporters of his that were doing his dirty deeds.
Yeah, like making phone calls to government officials in my area, my neighbors, my stores that I frequent. Tiffany's kids, the fathers, the kids,
and you on the hour every hour for months. Calling you, harassing you.
Oh yeah, I had to completely do away with an entire phone line.
And you even put it up on your stream too. Some of the text messages they were sending, and you even in one of your videos, it was Michael Kaiser on the other end of the phone while you were trying to report about him to a frickin' sheriff's deputy.
Yeah, we had just left. We had just left Meade County because we were trying to get a protection order from Scarborough and Kaiser from what they were doing. And when I say what they were doing, I'm talking about making phone calls at 3 a.m. saying that they're going to shoot us in the face and do sexual assaults on Tiffany, things like that. Like, and making phone calls to the kids' schools and the kids' homes.
You
like
played some of those.
Serious stuff.
Played some of those on your channel too, and yes, it was disgusting.
So all we were doing was trying to get a protective order, and that same day I had to do it in 2 places. So one, I had to go to Meade because I'm in Indiana, and Kentucky requires you to file. The court would require you to file in that state. So I had to go over there and file first, which they wouldn't let me. The government there would not let me get the paperwork to file a protective order. So then we went to Harrison, which is my county in Indiana. And when we did that, while we were there, they got wind of it from the Meade County government employees that are corrupt. They called, Kaiser and JJ and told them that we were in the process of doing that. So yeah, they started burning my phone up, and I answered it on purpose in front of the cop while on body cam.
Yep.
And that was one of the biggest mistakes Kaiser's ever made.
Yeah.
Aside from, well, wait, I shouldn't say that. Aside from murdering a disabled veteran and, robbing his boss and breaking in a bunch of people's windows and stealing from everybody inside, aside from those things, that was one of the biggest mistakes.
Yeah. Well,
The
and
guy's just a nuisance.
yeah, he's more than a nuisance. He's dangerous.
Yep.
I'm not going to say he's a murderer because he hasn't actually been convicted of that, but allegedly, and I do believe.
I have a recorded phone call of him doing an admission that would make it really hard to find any excuse other than come to the conclusion that he did it. He made an admission on accident.
Oh, did you actually play that one in one of your videos?
No, I gave that one to the prosecutor and left it in their hands.
Right. So you haven't published it.
No, I feel like that one's imperative for that. Like I know that a lot of people like on Shiz's team think that I'm stupid, or that I'm going to fuck things up or whatever, but they have no clue how careful I am with information and utilizing it the right way with the legal infrastructure. I mean, I've been through more than all of them.
Yeah, I remember that happening on Shiz's channel where she basically just, she berated you, and there was 3 other people up on that channel that you had just a couple of days before that told everybody to go over there and sub. I hate that channel, by the way.
I don't care. I'm not going to join you in throwing them under the bus.
Listen, no, I'm not. I'm not going to throw them under the bus. I haven't even named who they are. So
yeah, but listen, YouTube is a clicky place, bro. YouTube is a very clicky place, and
I'm not
people
going to
are
say
really
I hate
scared.
them. I'm not going to say I hate them. I hate what they do. I just myself. It's not my cup of tea. It might be other people's cup of tea, but just not mine.
I stand 100% behind what I said in my video with them, which is I support their hard work on exposing the Meade County government corruption. Like, you could not ask for people to work harder and do more for something that ultimately is not even like, they're just doing their part as civilians. You know what I'm saying? As Americans. And it's work, guys. Like when the government put that in the civilians' hands and said,
I don't
it's your
understand why
job.
they didn't come to your defense when Shiz did that to you, though.
Because Shiz ain't shit, man. Who cares? You got Cliff. One thing about you, man, I love you to death, but my God, you got some thin skin when it comes to dealing with, the bullshit. Like, and I mean the bullshit, the cloud bullshit that doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck what Shiz thinks. I hate her. She's a retard. She's fucking a liar too, but she's not personally attacking me publicly hardcore. She doesn't try to get our kids hurt. She just runs her mouth. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about people running their mouth, man. Like, we've got way bigger priorities. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a fuck? Now, I mean, it's good to bring that up, though, because now people might be able to see the division. There's a line in the sand that people are crossing just because I refuse to play the bullshit game with them. So, like, if I refuse to get in a YouTube quarrel with someone, for example, Shiz's people aren't going after our kids for that. But if I refuse to get in a YouTube quarrel with Christopher Ruff, his followers go after our kids for that. He goes after our kids for that. He's trying to cause us financial damage. You know what I'm saying? Like, the line in the sand. And
I know. The thing that he did to the angry vet, I didn't even know anything about that story that Targeted Patent put out. I watched Christopher Ruff do it live, and I was shocked. And I was like, How low can you fucking go with somebody with PTSD? How low
You
can
can't. You
fucking
can't go any
go?
lower. And and I think that still today, even after those low lives trying to use that as some kind of ammunition,
Against him. It's like,
that's the
my
thing
God.
that people need to recognize out of that
Yeah.
intel,
Yeah.
not make an issue out of what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. But I didn't play it all, and I won't. And I won't even broach the subject with the angry vet because it's something very, very personal. It's none of my fucking business. It's nobody's business.
yeah,
What
if
he
it
went
were,
through.
then he would share that information. You
Exactly.
know what I'm
He
saying?
never
Or
shared
his
with
wife.
me. You
Right.
have to know somebody probably for a really long time to open up like that. And
Yeah, and
he
they may
hasn't with me,
choose
and
to have
so
already,
I won't mention it.
and maybe they've already, handled it in their heart, and that's where they want to keep it, and
Yep.
that is their fucking prerogative.
Yep. Yeah, but
You know,
I've directed everybody to go to Targeted Patent to watch that because I think people need to know the true character of that motherfucker.
well, hey, here's
For real.
here's what I'm going to put out there. People see me putting out that intel on individuals, and I think that they conclude that I am a person who believes that all this dirt needs to be open, right, aired out. When in fact that's not my case. And this is me. I'm speaking for me. I put it out there because I need to be even about information that's being put out when I step into the courtroom. I can't walk into a biased courtroom where people have heard all this bullshit and against
Yeah.
me, and that's it, and
Right.
not see when they're on that jury, because you all know the juries aren't fair. They see stuff, they
No.
know stuff, they lie
And when
about it, and they
when
go
the
up on.
narrative is put out there that's unchecked, then the narrative's put out there and it's put out there and it's put out there. The lies are put out there, out there, out there, out there.
Right, then
Eventually,
the
everybody just
decision's
fucking
already
believes
made
it.
when
It's
they.
already, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So and
yeah. So we have
listen,
to
for
combat
anybody,
it. Have to combat that stuff.
and for anybody who thinks that, oh no, it's not following you to the courtroom. Well, here's a perfect example. You all saw on my video where the dummy Kruger with fake paperwork was used by the prosecutor, and then the judge threw it out, or at least everybody that was in the case determined that it didn't need to be in the case. But it was watched, it was presented, it was shared, it created, I mean, technically we could have had the whole case thrown on that alone, probably. I'll leave all the legal stuff up to my lawyer, but I mean, why the fuck should a prosecutor be communicating ex parte with a group of people, Fraud Wrangler, Scarborough, Dummy Kruger, the DUI guy? Why would they be communicating with people who are absolutely biased with false information, literally using made up stuff to create a narrative and then give that to our judge? Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. Courtrooms are not fair, and juries are tainted, and prosecutors are tainted. And the only way that you are going to get a fair trial is, if we go back in time and you find a single case that has not been corrupted, which I challenge anyone to try to do.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Try to find a single case that is not corrupted.
Yeah.
Especially cases with, people that have a lot of public attention.
The court of public opinion is what generally prevails with any juror. And when it comes to guilty verdicts, juries love to give a guilty verdict. They just do.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I just know that.
I hope that's not the case in your case or in a lot of people in the 1A community. Utah Defender.
Oh, well,
That's not
I
the
was
case.
indicted, bro, by a jury.
I
So,
know.
like,
Yeah.
on
No,
misinformation, literally because they were presented with a
grand
false.
juries will indict a ham sandwich.
Right.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, but if I were on a jury and I were given the false information, like if you handed me a document and said that, well, we verified this came from so and so when it wasn't, and
Yeah.
that paper was, you know, something
And I
very
know
damning.
exactly which paper it was, too. It's a paper
Yeah,
I
we
should
all
have got
do.
to you. Yeah. It's an email I should have gotten to you, forwarded to you, and I didn't.
Well, nobody
Oh,
did, and you know, the
I
person that
know.
I
And I
feel
saw
is
the
the most.
reaction of your attorney was like, oh my God, you guys haven't seen this. Okay.
Actually, that was my reaction. My attorney was just like, "Huh, well, we'll deal with that."
Okay. Yeah. Well, and as soon as I saw that, I immediately forwarded the email
Right.
of that
Yeah, when I got home from court, it was there.
fraudulent document. Yep.
Right. But I
Um,
didn't have it before that, and
no,
the
you
person
didn't.
that did had it for months and knew that
Yep.
he got it. It was Todd. He knew that he got it
Yep.
from the Kaiser simp. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he's
Yep.
going to say that he didn't open it. Well, the Reed report fucking showed the date he opened it. Then he's going to say he lost it. Well, you know what? If I had a friend or a person I called a friend that was, you know, locked up or going to get locked up or their freedom was being threatened by a document that I may or may not believe, like, let's give him that bullshit. I would let my friend know that it exists so that they could have it for court. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
how the fuck are you going to say that? And then he's running around YouTube saying that I wanted him to publish it. Who the fuck ever told him that anyone ever wanted him to publish it? Nobody
Yeah.
wanted him to publish it. The rest of us don't give
No.
a fuck if he has a YouTube channel or not. I don't give a fuck if he has a YouTube channel. So why would I want him to use YouTube?
Yeah.
You
And I
know,
never
Todd is
published
nothing but
it.
a liar.
He is. And he's flat out lied on conversations that I've had with him. Rest of the Moon is not aware of that. But I am. And I know when somebody flat out fucking lies to me or puts a narrative in their channel, basically showing a picture of me on a panel, getting ready to say something. He immediately pauses it right there. And then he says what I said. And then he never plays it. He put
Yeah, why
words in my
not?
mouth. Just put
Right.
the words in my mouth, and then when you do hit play, talk over it so nobody actually hears what you really said. That did
Is it?
happen.
I have a question. I'm not pushing any direction. I don't care. This is all your. I want to ask this very openly with no, you know, I'm not trying to push the narrative at all. I'm just curious. Is it difficult to run a channel when you have people like What the Fuck Emmy, Rats to the Moon, you know, like Todd's sycophants is the word he likes to use? Is it hard to maintain what you're doing while they're in chat, running lies and bullshit narratives for them?
Well, I try not to pay too much attention to the chat because I want to make sure that I'm covering the things I want to cover.
Yeah.
And so that's why I've always had a partner before for
Mhm.
public safety. So, but I do see what Rats is saying in here, and she's saying her opinions.
See, I like that they, you know, when they're cordial and they offer, you know, a
And Rats has always
valid
been that way in
question.
my channel. Yeah.
Oh
Rats
God,
has
she's
always
a
been.
liar on mine. She told, look, Tiffany had to publish the truth because she lied. Rats to the Moon fucking said was running her mouth on Todd's channel on a live stream saying that she and Tiffany had an email correspondence or that Tiffany didn't respond to her when they had a whole correspondence going where Tiffany immediately responded to her as if she's entitled to get a response in the first place. But why run to YouTube and make a complete lie? Why do that unless you're pushing the false narrative that you're pushing already? Like she said that she questioned something to Tiffany in an email, then she lied and said Tiffany didn't respond to her. I hate when people do this shit to Tiffany. And then said that the reason Tiffany didn't respond, which she did, is that whatever was being alleged against Tiffany is true. Now, how is that any fucking better? You know what I'm saying? How is that any fucking better than what Chris Ruff and Todd and Kaiser do? It's not.
Well,
You're a fucking liar.
Okay, I'll tell you this, Chris. I sometimes I will email somebody, but I actually typed in the wrong email. It was a typo, and it didn't go to the person. But I didn't even look to see if it went through or not.
Yeah, but did you jump on YouTube and fucking lie about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my problem, is that
I think it
don't
might have been
fucking
a
lie
huge
about Tiffany.
miscommunication. I think it might have been a huge miscommunication.
Who gives a
That's what I
fuck?
think.
You don't go on YouTube and lie. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
should
Like, what she should have done,
talk
if
about it in
she
private.
didn't get the email, she should have kept her fucking mouth shut publicly until she did talk to Tiffany. You don't run in there and lie and say that you corresponded and that, you know, this is the narrative. You don't fucking do that to mothers. You don't do that to innocent women. You don't do that. I don't care if you are a woman. You don't do that to other women. Have some respect for yourself.
Okay.
And
So
for others.
it sounds like this is email shit. And I think you're right. I don't think things should be put out there in a public way until you've actually spoken with the person. I mean, face to face, person to person.
Especially when you're talking about our
not through
kids.
email, and not through email. Should be talking on the phone, which is something Tiffany does not like to do.
Or how about this one,
that.
Cliff? How about this one? If it's a subject that you're not a party to, how about you shut the fuck up about it? Because you're not entitled to information. If Tiffany chooses, which she didn't choose not to correspond, which she did respond, if she were to have chosen not to respond and not become party to that subject with those particular people, that's Tiffany's choice, not theirs.
Yeah,
they don't
that's
get
true.
to run and lie and create a fake narrative that does damage between her and her fucking children.
Yeah, no, and this, I'm learning that in this realm, you've got to be careful about trusting. I've given out my phone number to so many people, and one person has abused it. And then there's other people. I have their phone number, and I send them links and of things. And
hey, rats! Here's what I'm going to say to you:
you just can't trust
the same
everybody.
thing I've already said. If you were not party to the subject, you should stay the fuck out of it. Period. Argue that. I'm sick of people coming at Tiffany and trying to cause her damage.
Yeah, I
Fuck
think
you, rat.
some people should just let certain things go.
And that's why she's upset, is because I won't let it go. But I'm not going to, because I
No,
have
on both
learned.
sides. Both sides. She
No.
should let it go,
Don't tell me.
and you
Don't tell
should
me. Listen to what I'm going to say. I have boundaries. They are mine. I know how to set them. I have a fucking boundary, just like I had a fucking boundary with Todd. You cross my fucking boundary, you're done. You're done with me. And I choose that. And I'm not going to let anyone sway my opinion or my thought process on what my boundaries are. And if other people can't understand that, what that means is that they have not learned how to set boundaries for their own health and safety for their families. It ain't my problem. I set a boundary on people that do damage to us. I've got a line in the sand. And when that line is crossed, I will not come back no matter who tells me to do it.
Oh, there's a such thing as forgiveness, though, too. If somebody crossed the line,
You can forgive and never let them back in your life, just like I did my mother.
Rats to the Moon wants to come in. And I've never seen your face, Rats to the Moon. I wouldn't know what you look like. Is there a way to do this where I can hear her voice?
Certainly.
That way I know who she is. So she wants to come up on the panel. I'm going to bring you up on stage. I want you to say something immediately so that I can recognize who you are. Would you do that for me?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, Cliff.
Yep, it's you. It's Rats
Okay,
to the Moon.
so here's what I'm going to say
No,
before you start talking, Rats. Now, I just learned from Tiffany
it's my turn to talk.
No, I'm going to say this
No, no,
before
no,
you
no.
start because I'm going to clear the air on
No.
something. And I admit when I'm wrong about something. So that's what I'm going to
I
do. You're
got
not
it.
going to stop me. So here's what I did just learned because it wasn't my fucking
Here you
conversation.
go.
Tiffany just told me that you were accusing us of having child pornography on our fucking computers.
I never
And
said
that's
that.
what the email was about.
I never said that. No. No. Have her show it. Have her show it right now.
She wants you to show the email again.
It's on my community. Show it.
What was it about?
She asked if they got warrants for our laptop.
You asked if they got warrants for our laptop.
That's
what were you talking
exactly
about?
right. That's
Right.
exactly
And what was
right.
the question, rats?
I'll tell you what
About the
freaking
warrants for
question
the
was.
laptops. Because
Okay.
the only
See,
person
this is
who's
why I
ever
don't
been
get up on the
stupid enough,
panel with this asshole.
the only person that's ever been stupid enough to say anything that's that far left bullshit is Michael fucking Kaiser. And that son of a bitch tried to tell people that there was child porn, that I was involved with
I
fucking
never
child
said anything
molesters
about
from
freaking child
Winchester, Indiana. I don't
porn. I
even know
never said
that
anything
fucking
about
guy.
freaking child porn.
Well, what is
Never.
it about? Why do you
Never.
want to know about
I'll
warrants on our
tell you if you
computers
shut
then?
the fuck up long enough.
You shut the fuck up.
You shut the
Yeah,
fuck up.
hang on, both of you. Let's give Rats a chance to answer questions.
I'm not the one
before we ask
accusing her
other
of this
questions.
kind of shit. Fuck her.
Yeah, you
I
are.
understand. Well, look, I want everybody to be able to speak. Let's
Yeah,
try to
well,
just bring it down a notch.
I don't want people calling CPS on our fucking kids, making up stupid ass
I don't
crazy
want,
shit,
and
saying
I
that
don't
there's
want
fucking
anybody to ever call
yeah. So
CPS on
why
anybody's
would I
kid,
entertain a conversation
including
about it when it's complete
Tyrants
bullshit?
beware. Nobody should ever call CPS on somebody's kids, including Tyrants beware, and he knows.
So what do
that
you
I
do
know.
when you see a kid? Now, let's say you see a person
Hey,
that's got
no,
three
I'm not
kids at a swimming pool
I
and they're
just
fucking drunk and
now, do you want to
passed
know
out
the
on
answer,
heroin.
sweetheart?
All right.
Do you want to
All
know the
right.
answer?
So, yeah, let her give an answer. Let's let her complete what she's saying, and then
Yes.
we can respond.
I guess we missed the part where I said I have boundaries and you're fucked.
Unbelievable.
Well, then you can always leave the chat, the panel, but people are going to be able to ask questions.
You are asking questions about a subject.
So she's saying
listen
she
what
didn't
she's
do
trying
that.
to do, Cliff. Here's what she's trying to do. She is trying to promote a subject that is so far left field.
You have
you haven't let her speak.
You have
It is an
At all.
allegation that is so disgusting that it makes me want to go to Michael Kaiser's house and knock his fucking head off.
Stations are
Look,
ground.
just calm down. Okay, Rats, say what you need to say and just get it out there, and don't say anything until she's finished, and then have your say on that. But yes,
Oh my God,
he's
I
right.
fucking hate YouTube.
I don't want children being out here on this at all, Rats. So we don't want that.
It
Okay.
has nothing to do with the children. It has to do
Okay, good.
So about
ahead.
a year and a half ago, no, it wasn't a year and a half. Earlier this year, I do believe they said that Meade and Hardin County came after them for all of their electronic communications. Does
Why
anybody
don't you
remember
already know
that?
the answer to this question? Why are you bothering Tiffany with that email? Why?
All right. So yet again,
It's available on my channel, Rats. Why didn't you just read the document? Why are you bothering Tiffany with personal emails when it's on my channel? That paper is on my channel, Rats.
I have not explained anything. You remember that Hardin and Meade County.
No, only one, Meade County.
I don't care if it was Meade and or Hardin.
You want the fucking answer, or do you just want to keep running your fucking trap?
After all your electronic communications, I did not want my crap out there in your electronic communications, and that is all it had to do with. That's it.
Fucking text people, don't call people, don't email people, because I'm going to tell you right now, Rats, the government, corrupt government that you support, the ones that you support, listen to me, the ones that you support,
just that simple.
You got, look, you sat on panels with the guy that did it. He's the one getting nosy in your shit. So you got a problem with it. Why don't you take it up with the government?
Tiffany would have shut up about it and kept it freaking private.
You went and talked about it on Todd's channel.
Oh, yeah.
You did.
said. Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
said
you
that.
lied and said that Tiffany
No,
was
I
not
didn't.
corresponding with you. Liar.
Your Tiffany said that she responded to me well and good. I didn't say she didn't respond to me.
Yes, you
I
did.
didn't get. Okay.
You said you
think
didn't get
win
no
because
emails
you're
back from
louder.
her.
Is that it? You think you win because you're louder?
I'm not. I don't look. I can't help being loud when I'm pissed.
Yeah, same goes.
Then be louder. Spit it out, rats. What the fuck do you want from us?
I did, dumbass.
Okay, so
It's
why are you
simple
now
as
answer
I
this
didn't want
question?
my shit in your court.
What makes you think
That's
that it's
it.
okay
That
to
is
go after
it.
us on Todd's channel?
I didn't get the email. So I
So
said
what?
nothing to her. I said
How is
nothing.
it Tiffany? How is it any of Tiffany's control?
Freaking nothing until somebody came to me and said that Tiffany said that she sent me a response. And I said, well, I didn't get it.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, yo bag. Why the fuck is it so?
There you go.
No,
There you go.
old bag is not. No, don't do that. Okay, start over. I'm gonna unmute you. Start over.
Playing your YouTube games. These people come after our fucking kids, dude. Fuck all of you.
First of all, they're not your kids.
Listen, it doesn't fucking matter. If I want to say my kids, I'll say my kids. If I protect them just the same, if I treat them just the same, if I'm feeding them, if I'm paying the fucking bills in my house, you don't get to tell me how the fuck I call the kids.
He's
You don't
right
get to
about
tell me that,
Brad.
rats.
And none of those other channels should be saying that they're not.
You know, when I say kids plural, I'm actually talking about my adopted daughter, not Tiffany's daughter.
Yeah.
None of you all fucking care about none of that, though, do you?
That side of thing, that aisle over there needs to stop. When Chris says he's got kids, that means he believes that they're kids, and that
I am
they need
responsible
to be
for these
taken
kids.
care of. Yeah. So you
And they
guys
are
need to
safe in
stop
this
on
home
that.
with all this shit going on. Now that takes fucking work.
Just starting an argument saying just to make this clear, these are not your kids. That's wrong to do. That's wrong to do.
That hurts the kids too, by the way.
Yeah, it does.
Because my daughter, whether you like it or not, rats, has been calling me dad for a long time because her dad abandoned her.
I don't care.
I know you don't fucking
don't
care, but you
care.
sure seem to care whenever it's the other shoe on the other foot, though, don't you? Don't call them your kids. You tell my daughter that to her face, motherfucker.
Of course, you don't call names, right, Chris?
I don't give a fuck. I do call names. I'm real clear about it. I will call all the names in the book. Cliff don't call names. I do.
All I had to ask was if this was involved in a warrant with whatever county in Kentucky, and if it was, our communication was going to stop right there, and that's it.
Who
and it's
fucking
over.
cares?
She said
She responded.
she agreed to speak with me, Chris.
So
Because
fucking what? Why did you run to Todd's channel and run your mutt for the last year?
Even after you said what you said to me, I was still on your side.
I don't give a fuck.
Good. I know you
You're not on my fucking side. You panel
Not
with
anymore.
the
I'm
government.
not.
You
Nope.
panel with
Nope,
the fucking
dam
corrupt
broke,
government.
sweetheart.
Right. So you are so butthurt. You're such a butthurt bitch that you will literally try to fucking stomp on freedom. You will literally try to get
whenever I
good
see you're
people
doing
hurt.
something wrong.
Why?
And I
Because
see you
because
do a
what?
lot
Because
wrong.
you didn't see the answer to your fucking email that ain't even nobody's business. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck if you had an email
Tiffany
correspondent?
said that she would speak to me.
I'll
Not
bet you have email correspondence with the very person you were
Tiffany
worried about,
said
don't you?
she would speak to me.
I'll
And
bet you
so
have. I bet you
now,
currently
and
listen.
you wanted me
I think I've got this
say what
figured
you
out.
said,
I really do think I have this figured out, guys. Miscommunication. That's what it really comes down to.
Cliff?
It
Boundaries.
absolutely is. Cliff.
People care. People care about that. It's interpersonal
I don't care
relationships.
about rats to the moon. I'm just telling her to
Well,
leave my fucking family alone.
Either anymore.
Leave my case alone. Leave my family alone. Back the fuck off, bitch.
No.
Back off.
No.
All right.
And
so
Todd, I know
think,
you're listening. Back off, motherfucker. Chris Ruff, I know you're listening. Back off, motherfucker.
So I think that we got to agree that we're still going to disagree. Rest to the moon and for public safety, right?
I think what we just came to the conclusion of, Cliff, is exactly what I've been saying. I've had a boundary. I will not accept people like her in our fucking lives. Period.
Yeah, you.
They're damaging. Work on yourself, rats.
You work on you, Chris.
I'm handling me, rats.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you to let us be. We are fucking grown-ups. We take care of our own responsibilities.
Yes,
Everything is paid for. Everything is culture. All of the bullshit that you keep spreading are fucking lies. Let us be.
All right. I think we've hashed that out. I'm going to bring Finkel up here, maybe to see if we can. I'm sorry, Finkel. I didn't give you a chance to.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
So, what brings you up on the panel tonight?
Well, she came in screaming, and I wanted to opine on something, but she kept screaming, and she does the same thing Brick does.
That's
She
not
screams
right.
several pages, and by the time you get a chance to get a word in, you forgot what the original thing was.
I think you need to go back and rewatch this.
Well, and I'm sure people will, rats, and people will make their own decisions about how the conversations have gone. Yeah.
You cannot force us to change our opinions when we've seen people threaten Chris's horses. We've seen people make threatening phone calls. We've seen people attack his home. We've seen people pretend to attack his home. He is not playing a victim. He is a victim, and he's holding his own.
And I'm a shitty fucking victim because I will knock your goddamn brains out when you fucking step close doing that shit.
There you go.
I don't even know anything about that. All I know is
you do. You fucking talk to him every night on panel, bitch.
Hang on. We do know that, rats. Everything Finkel just said, we know. We've saw. It's been shown on videos.
One
you
thing
might have
about
missed
Chris
it.
is he documents everything
what
he
was
does.
going on between me and Chris.
There ain't nothing
Chris is
between
mad
you and me,
because I dared
rats.
to have any questions.
I don't even know your
And that's
fucking
it.
name.
Oh my gosh. Chris got
Why
mad
the
because
fuck do you think there's anything between you and me? I don't even know your fucking name, you old hag. I don't fucking know you. You don't know me. And if you are worried about a correspondence in the email that the government got to read, then why the fuck are you talking to that person, that same individual who was in my shit?
Anymore, moron.
You don't talk to JJ.
Not
Tell
outside.
me you don't talk to JJ. Say it louder.
I don't talk to JJ.
I'm asking you, do you talk to JJ? Yes or
Not
no?
outside of YouTube.
At all.
Well, I'm talking to you, Chris.
Answer the question, rats.
Of course I talk to him on YouTube.
Chris, I think you've hit the nail on the head. The reason she's so angry and butthurt, she hitched her wagon to a loser, and she's been replaced by this Navy girl who's now kind of taking her place on those panels. But yeah, she was talking on panels to JJ about you, and quite often lying.
And listen, here's what she was so worried about in the beginning, that Meade County government was to be able to read a text message or an email between Tiffany and her.
Yes,
well, if you're worried about corresponding with these people,
or you and Tiffany,
then why would you ask about it? Why would you even ask? If you weren't worried about it, why'd you even say something about it?
That everything was subpoenaed.
So what? That's what happens when they take your fucking phone.
Okay, then. That
So
answered
what?
the question.
No, you didn't. You've only half-assed. Everybody in this chat right now is going, what the fuck is she talking about? What the fuck was she worried about then?
Communication with you would have been over with.
Who cares?
But you know what? She didn't respond to me in my world.
She
so
did.
I didn't. She didn't in my email. I didn't
What
get
does
it.
that
Therefore,
mean?
It means
she responded, Todd. You're Todd 2.0.
Get it.
I remember.
Chris.
I remember why it came up now. Thank you. The emails. If you send an email, if you send a text message, if you leave a voicemail, it now belongs to the person who owns the device your email, text message, or voicemail landed on.
Right.
So you have no say in what Tiffany does with it once you send it.
I didn't have a problem with that.
Here's the worst part. Tiffany did respond immediately.
See, I just can't answer.
What?
Let her finish what she was saying.
It
Go ahead and
wasn't
answer to
that
Finkel.
it wasn't that Tiffany could do or not do anything with it she wanted to. It wasn't that. It was that Meade or Hardin or whatever was going to get it. I was still on their side at the time. I
But
didn't
now
want
you're on
the
Meade's
courts to get
side,
rid
so
of it.
why do you care if you talk to what do you even think that you and
Well,
Tiffany
I
could
know
have
it's
possibly
really
talked
hard
about
for
that would
you to
matter?
understand, Chris, but
what
at the
inspired me
time,
to come
I
back
was
up
still on
was
your
you
side,
screamed the
and
top
I
of
didn't
your
want
lungs
my shit to go
as
through
loud as
Meade
you
County
possibly
Hardin.
could.
Okay, I think I got
Really
this.
simple.
Yeah,
It's just really
I
simple.
got this. I got this. Some supporters don't want to be really supporters. They don't want the government coming after them. They're scared of the government. And
There
I
you go.
think that's what she was trying to say is I'm
Thank you.
scared that they're going to come after me because I've been emailing and supporting you. So
Oh
please,
God, that's great. That was awesome, Cliff. Let me play
well,
into that.
yeah,
Fucking
Don't
talk
make
about. Hold
fun
on.
of Cliff
Let me
because
think.
he
Let me
got it.
think about that for a minute.
that's
Oh,
just the
so
truth. That's the truth.
listen. So the answer to that is to go directly and communicate with them. Then, right? So if you're scared of communication being
I
even
did
seen by the government, why would you have direct communication with that
do that.
same government official?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
JJ
wouldn't.
in the channel. It is what it is. I can't help that. I
But
didn't
yeah,
Maybe
even
you
Maybe it
can
is
help
fear.
everything that you
Here we
acted
go
like
again.
you were worried about.
Here we go again.
Yeah, maybe it
Everything
is
that,
fear. Maybe
and
that
let
is
me
why
ask you
she's
this.
kind of supporting the other side now. It's because she's fearful of the other side.
well, yeah, whether it's fear or whatever, once you send a communication, it belongs to the receiver.
Yes, I
So
Well,
if
understand.
you
here's
come
the
on
thing.
here and
I
scream
understand.
at the top of your lungs that you don't want
Honey, you haven't been
communication
Chris
on their
screaming at the top of
device,
his lungs.
you just have
I
to deal
wait,
with it. You sent it, it belongs to them.
good.
And
I
what are
don't
you even
care.
worried about? What are you even worried about? Do you
It
really
wasn't
think that?
Chris and Tiffany I was worried about. It was Meade County getting a hold of my stuff.
And what? What doing what with what? Who cares? Do you think
Contacting me,
Tiffany?
getting me involved.
Listen, Tiffany has nothing to worry about at all. She's done nothing wrong. None of her
Good.
communications would reflect that. If you sent something crazy to Tiffany, I would suggest that she would probably report it, not respond to it. So what
Well,
the
here's
fuck are
how
you
I look
worried
at it.
about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
here's
I
how I look at it. When I send an email or a text message, I'm not saying anything in that email or text message that could even potentially be misconstrued as any kind of
and
a crime.
and
Right,
that
and
was
I wouldn't even do anything to
asked
create an issue in real, like without it being on
Yeah,
correspondence and
yeah,
email or.
because we're not criminals. We're not
No,
criminals.
we just live a normal life. So why are we worried
Correct.
about it if JJ reads our
Well,
fucking email?
but some people do get worried about the government seeing correspondence with who the government is trying
All
to
right. Well,
attack.
there ain't nothing
Because
in
they will
Tiffany's
attack
email.
and
It's already been
retaliate.
searched.
They
I,
will
I
attack and retaliate. Let me finish. They will attack and retaliate even supporters of
Yep,
1A. So,
absolutely.
Oh, you
and
scream absolutely, but you went directly to communicate direct with them. So
I
did
did
you
not
tell
go
us if
directly
that's
to
a real
JJ. I didn't
concern?
even talk to him for a long time because I didn't trust him.
God, you're so full of
yeah.
shit, dude.
Go look
okay,
it up,
I
darling.
get it. You did something and you're living in fear about it. The truth is, if I'm going to send a transmission, I am prepared to live by it. Whether JJ reads it or Chris reads it
It
or
was
the
as simple
FBI reads
as
it,
Finkel.
I will say right here and right now, very securely, that Generally Specific went after kids. If he doesn't like that, he's
No, it
welcome
did.
to sue me. I will say very securely that Michael Kaiser murdered a Marine. If he doesn't like
All I
that,
can
he's
do
welcome
is
to
if
sue me. He's welcome to subpoena my electronics and see who's communicated with me and sue me as hard as he can. I know that neither will because both know that Kaiser knows he murdered and GS knows he went after kids. Now, if people want to spurg out and yell and scream and join panels and get all upset about it, you're just kind of really showing
see,
yourself.
the thing is that if Tiffany would have come back and said that
She
yes, there
did.
were. Can I finish, bitch?
Well, why don't you be factual? You should
I
have
am
said
being
when
factual.
Tiffany
If
responded.
Tiffany would have sent me an email back
She did.
and
So you're
said
already
that
stopped. You already have to stop because you're already lying. Now start again. She did respond. Now
she
explain.
may have responded, sweetheart, I did not get it.
Then that's how you should
Period.
start your sentence.
And
You
that's
should
Period.
say,
what
you should
Therefore,
say
my
this. Just
communication
let me
with
Yes,
put the
hang on,
words in
guys.
your mouth
off.
for you since you
Hang
can't
on,
figure
guys.
it out
That
yourself.
answered
What you
everything
should
that
be
I needed
saying
to
is,
know. I think that's what answered everything I needed to know is that I didn't get a communication. So
but you did.
Okay, I'm muting both of you because I want to speak right now. I say again, simple miscommunication. Tiffany probably sent the email. Rest to the moon might not have gotten it. I think that's basically what it comes down to is simple miscommunication. I don't think there was anything egregious, even if Tiffany didn't send an email. Um, she's not required to send you back an email. But by the same token, if you didn't get an email, yeah, it's not a lie that you say you didn't get an email. So um, uh, uh, that's where we're at on this right now, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna unmute both of you. Try not to talk over each other.
that was 100% everything right there. And instead of understanding that I didn't get the email, and yes, it happens.
Wait a minute. Whoa. When I came on this panel, the first thing you said to me, Cliff, is that truth matters.
It does matter.
Okay, then why are you letting the truth get spun? Because the email was responded to immediately. That is a fact.
But she says she never got it. That's the
I know
fact.
that's a
She's
lie,
saying
though.
She never. It doesn't.
You
No,
said
maybe
truth
How
matters.
do you know it's a lie? Can you see on her email inbox that she
Yes.
got it?
We
No, you
have the
can't.
You
timestamp.
can.
Tiffany
Okay, then
published
you
it.
need to show that. Yeah. Okay, it's published.
We already did.
Okay.
You saw my response.
Maybe
Rats. Do you not realize when you open an email, we can see that on our end? God, what is with you and Todd not knowing how fucking
Okay.
emails work?
To be fair, I'm old. And I don't think Rats to the Moon is. I don't want to say she's as old as I am.
Well,
Or
Cliff,
older or
quit
younger.
carrying fucking water
But
for this liar.
I'm
Because
not
what
trying
she
to
did
carry
was,
water for any fucking buddy. I never carry water for anybody.
well, you certainly are letting her
people
lie on shit
should
that's
know
already been
that.
disproven.
You should know that. Shut the fuck up when
Well,
I'm talking.
I'm calling this as it is with facts. Listen, this has already been proven. If you missed it, I'm sorry, but you missed it. This has already been proven. She sent an email to Tiffany. Tiffany immediately responded. Then she went on. After the response, she went on to Todd's panel and lied about Tiffany and the narrative for the reason that the
All I
email was
said, I
not
didn't
sent
get
to her. She lied.
I did not get it.
You're a liar.
Whatever
Well,
you say.
I would offer the opinion that we don't know if Rats received it. We don't know if Tiffany sent it. What we
And we
do
don't know if Rats actually read it because I've pulled up emails that I intend to read and then I accidentally hit the X button.
Okay, so who cares though? If you listen to the problem is that she ran to Todd's stream.
That's what I'm getting to. We don't know, but what we do know is she came into this stream screaming that she wanted her stuff off of Tiffany's devices. And
No. I never said that. I
you
never
play it back. What you tell me to do? Play it back. Play it back. You
Play
you
it
came here
back.
screaming
I
about
never
that.
said that.
Yeah.
After
you
this
said-
live, we'll see. It's going to be on here. So
Okay, well, what you did do for sure was you ran to Todd's stream and you talked a bunch of shit and lied through your teeth about Tiffany.
I didn't even
What's
know
the
about
date
it,
stamp?
sweetheart,
What's
until
the
Todd
date
told
stamp
me
on
that
these
Tiffany said
emails?
she sent it.
What's the date stamp on these emails?
Who are you asking?
Either one of you. Somebody has
Go
an
to
email.
Tiffany's, go to Tiffany's
What date
community
was
page
it?
and scroll.
I want to see what date it was. I want to know what the
Go
date
to
was.
Tiffany's
And then I'm going to go back
community
to
page.
Generally Specifics live streams, and I'm going to see how long it took Rats to get on Generally Specifics live stream to run, because you said she immediately ran over there and immediately went up on his live stream, talking about all this.
I didn't even
So
know
I want
about
a
it.
timeline.
You're gonna need a date because you just don't have the time to go through all of General Specifics live streams.
No, start with. I told you how to do this
I got all
quickly.
the
Go
time
to
in the world, baby.
Here it is. You want to make it the easiest way is this without me interfering with Tiffany trying to hang out with her kid. You need to go to Tiffany's community page. Why am I scared to say Tiffany's with her fucking kid? Fuck you all. All right. Go to Tiffany's community page and fucking scroll down and you will see the email correspondence between Rats and Tiffany, and that is dated. Then you can go to Todd's stream on the same date and see that Rats is a fucking liar.
I did not bring it up because I didn't know.
We'll see, Rat. We'll see. Cliff's
I don't
willing
even.
to
I don't
do
care
all
what
this
day it was. Doesn't
just
matter.
to
I didn't know
fucking
anything
prove it
about
for
it.
you.
I care what date it is because I care about what the truth is.
Yeah, I really don't care who sent it or received it. I just find it humorous that someone comes up here demanding that they send it. If someone doesn't want to talk to you, they don't want to talk to you, man.
I wasn't demanding anything. I did not demand anything.
You just
I
thought it'd be a
asked
good
her-
idea to go promote all the violence against
What
Tiffany and her
happened,
kids,
Finkel,
right?
is that I said that I had questions, and Chris got pissed off. And
Well,
said
here's the
something
thing.
nasty to me.
Here's the thing about questions, because generally specific said he had, and oh, geez, why did I say his channel name? Todd.
I'm trying to do the same thing.
He just had questions.
Mm-hmm.
And he called me one time, and he put me in the backyard of his stream, backstage, right? And he pulls up the video when Christopher Ryder got arrested, and he says, "Look what's in the back seat of their car. What is that? Looks like a big screen TV. Are they living on luxury?"
And
And I
now, mind
said-
you, this was right after we got $15,000 donated to us for our attorney fees.
Yeah, he said. So
Which
he
we
must
spent
be buying
directly
luxury
to attorneys.
items. And I
He's
said,
always, he's always bitching about being poor because
he's always been
Get off
digging
his
for
dead
dirt
ass
with
and
his
get up.
fucking questions. He's always been digging for dirt.
Right. Now tell him what was in the back seat,
And
Cliff.
he's never a filing cabinet. And I was on the phone with her that very night that you got arrested, up with her all night. She was putting together the filing cabinet, a $20 filing cabinet.
Oh, geez.
It was actually two cabinets. It was two items that came together for $20. The cabinet itself was $12. The thing that Todd saw that he was telling everyone behind the scenes was a luxury big screen TV was a fucking $12 fucking filing cabinet that we absolutely needed for our lawsuit. And we did not even use anyone else's $12 for it. And he also berated us. He also berated us for eating a $4 lunch together.
I find that really hilarious, Chris, because remember the first time you and I were both on Generally Specific's channel together and he kept kicking us both back down? He was whining and bitching, complaining about how $200 was a lot of money to him, yet he doesn't work. He makes his wife work double shifts. And yet when he comes to one of your hearings with that sandwich board, he says,
Well, look who's in the chat.
Yeah, fuck him. He says, "Oh, that's from my gigantic TV screen. That who the fuck needs a TV screen that big?"
Yeah, and tell us this: why do you have packaging for a brand new TV screen the day before you show up to somebody's hearing to try to interfere with their case? Where did you get that fucking 72? You want questions, Todd? Here's your fucking question: did they buy you a goddamn 72-inch TV so that you would fucking do that shit to my hearing? How about that question, Todd?
I always thought it was his wife double shifts because he won't get a job. But yeah, he's worried about you living in luxury, but he's got this TV that's bigger than anyone could possibly imagine.
Right. And I got another one for you. Todd, why don't you be honest and tell everybody that you got $400 back, and you may or may not have only donated 50 of your own money, but you for sure got $400 put in your pocket because you lied and said that something about the donations didn't go to where they're supposed to, which you were lying. So tell us about the $400 you stole from people who are dead now, Todd.
Oh, you know, the first time I heard of him, he was doing a fundraiser for you. I'm hoping you got that money because I donated to that.
I hope. Well, okay, so he did two ways. One, he was telling people he was fundraising, so therefore people might give him money to give to the donation. But in his defense on just this one little piece, which makes him no less of a piece of shit, he put my actual link up that went directly to the fund that went directly to the lawyers. So I don't know where everyone donated, but I do know.
Hang on. Generally Specific, get the fuck up here on this panel and say it to my face.
Why? He won't be allowed to talk because Chris will make sure he can't.
This is my channel. This is my channel.
I know it is.
Says
the lady, you know how many chances I've given that fat fuck to talk, Rats? Who are you to tell me I can't let some fat fuck talk?
the instant she was on audio on this stream, she's screaming at Chris to shut the fuck up. It's her turn to talk. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
okay.
is true. I can
And
play that
why?
back. Well, because normally Chris does bloviate a little bit. He does. He does take over the
Mhm.
talking, and he can talk loud, and he does interrupt. We've proven that tonight. But still, you just can't come in immediately and say "shut the fuck up." I mean, that's
I don't
not.
think I
Especially when
said
I'm
shut
trying
the
to
fuck
correct
up
the record
immediately.
before the conversation, which is what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He probably
I
won't come
thought I
up.
was
So.
being the grace to be able
No,
to
he won't come up
first
because he knows
by
I'll
Cliff.
fucking mute him every chance I get.
And he knows that I can fucking. He also knows that I can send you a quick fucking email to prove everything I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on up, Todd. Come on up, Todd.
He's a dishonest, deceitful, going after children person.
Wait, guys, we'll be
Why do you
nice.
guys keep
We'll be
saying
nice.
that
Come
going
on
after
up.
children?
Come on
I'm
up.
not
And
gonna
then we'll
lie. I'm not gonna be nice at all.
ask like you did me. So come on up, Todd.
I want to know why you guys keep saying he's going after children.
Yeah,
Because he
kitty,
does.
kitty. Meow. Meow.
Same thing. Same question we're asking
Nobody's
you,
gonna explain
Rats. We want to know why you're lying about email correspondences.
I'm
We
not
want to know why you're lying about your behavior in
Okay.
response to a correspondence that you did get when you said you didn't.
Just to be fair, I don't believe that she's lying about that. I think
Thank you.
I don't believe
Okay,
she's
then let her
lying
then let her say this. You want to say that she's not a liar? Let her say this. Did you, Rats? This is a question. It's a yes or no answer. Did you go to Todd's stream to complain about
No, because I
whether
didn't
or
know
not
about
you got the email? Yes or no?
because I didn't know about it.
Lie.
Okay.
Okay.
Lie.
We'll find out.
Prove it.
Okay.
The question wasn't whether or not you got it. The question was whether or not you went to Todd's channel
Stream.
to complain about
If
it.
you will pay attention, you will see that Todd or
You see how she's got to talk in circles?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
done.
Rats, did you?
I'm done,
Did
Cliff.
you?
So how do we explain? How do we
I'm
explain
done,
the
Cliff.
logic of a
I'm not going
liar?
to
Let's
continue
see.
to be talked
Let-
over, and I can't
Let's
speak.
see. How do we explain the
So,
logic of a liar? How about we
love
ask
you,
a liar?
Cliff.
Why don't you answer that for us,
Love a
Rats?
bunch of you others in the chat. I'm
Oh.
going to go.
Yeah, get the
Because if
fuck
I
out of
keep
here,
speak, I'm
liar.
done.
That's
Bye.
fine, Rats. You're a
Fucking liar.
regular on Generally
Yep,
Specific
rage
channel.
quitting.
And we all know that as such, a woman's not allowed to talk. So we're just making you feel at home here. Oh, she's gone.
No.
Yeah. I mean, that
was
was a joke. I don't back that, but
I was trying to be fair. But
I'm
yeah,
treating
you're
her
right.
like a
She
human.
did not answer that last question either.
It was a
Of course
dog.
she
It was a
didn't,
dog.
because I keep
So we-
telling you, Cliff.
Did she
we've
go
already-
to his live stream and complain about all that stuff?
Immediately.
Yeah.
She sent the email. Tiffany responded. By the time
She says she didn't, but that's why I want to know what date it was, so I can start
go
looking
to, if
live
you're
streams.
so curious, Cliff, I don't understand why people don't listen to me when I say this.
I'm lazy, man. I'm lazy.
Okay, well then quit asking questions if you're too lazy to find out.
I can do it. It's hard for me to do shit on a
Okay,
computer.
all right, I get that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We
All
stand
right.
cold.
Here comes generally specific. If you want to turn your camera off, you're welcome to do that. And let's all try to let each other talk. Okay.
I'm going to fail that one.
Well, I'll mute you if you interrupt.
Well,
and
I'll
mute him
leave. I mean, if I feel like I'm being disrespected in anything, I'll leave.
You know damn well I don't want to disrespect you.
Well, I mean,
You
you're
know
bringing
that.
a person up who I have. What am I? I mean, I don't care. I've told him to come up, but I'm telling
We
you right
asked
now,
him
it
to
ain't going
come
to be
up.
pretty.
We all asked him to come up.
Right, but it ain't going to be pretty. So don't ask me to make it pretty, bro.
And if you guys start, whoever starts calling names, I'm going to mute them immediately. So let's not call names. Let's
I'm
have
going to call names, dude. You might as well mute me fucking now.
We're going to give it a try anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, Todd, you
There
fat
you are.
fucking liar. Fucking fat ass puke beard piece of shit.
Okay, so I didn't mute him. You've got a chance to respond though, Todd. I can't hear you.
He's pretending to be on mute because he's a
He's
fucking
gonna-
liar.
You
He's
are
gonna
not
pretend to
muted.
be on
Oh, wait a
the
minute. No, he is muted. He is muted. Sorry.
Mr. Serenity.
For
I
some,
can play it for
can't
a while.
unmute your guest because they chose to mute themselves. All right, now you're unmuted, right? Can you talk?
He's muted.
He's pretending to be muted, or he's muting himself.
He's,
I want you to get it. I want you to get it out of your system, Chris. Spurg out.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
have a system to get anything out of Todd. I want you to stay the fuck out of our lives. You
so
fucking
wait,
fat,
you don't
boot-licking
have a
piece of shit.
system. So like
Fucking
you're
liar.
a worm. You're a worm.
It
You
is
got a
none
mouth.
of your
You
business
got
what
a
my
mouth
system
and an
is.
asshole, right? And it all just goes in your mouth and right out your asshole. You don't
How
have a
about
system?
things go in your asshole and your mouth, you fat fuck? You buffer it with your beard? Is that why all that fucking slime is in your beard every time everybody sees you? Is that a bunch of fucking asshole juice and jizz? You
That's
sick
a great
fuck.
argument. Great argument.
It's a
Chris.
great argument. It's a great
neither one
argument.
of you have made any good arguments yet. So
Hey,
I'd
just
haven't
like to hear
this
argued.
argument.
good argument.
What about the
haven't
what about the
argued.
$400 that was given to you, Todd? Argue that, bitch.
What? Say again.
Just fucking spit it out, motherfucker.
Yeah. Where's your receipt for that claim?
I
there,
got
buddy?
plenty of receipts. Do we not have plenty
Yeah.
of receipts
Okay,
for that?
sure.
Send
Yeah.
it to Cliff.
Yeah,
Just
please
block out the
send that.
name.
Please send
Send
that,
it to Cliff.
that receipt to Cliff where I was donated $400 that was supposed to go to you. Is
No,
that
you
your
weren't
claim?
donated shit. You were giving back money because you fucking lied, and they
Oh,
fucking
wait.
believed
Well,
you, and they
hold
gave
on.
you the
Hold-
fucking
hold
money
up.
that you did not give back.
Hold on. Be very
You
clear
fucking
with what you're
grifting piece of
claiming.
shit.
If you don't mind, Chris, be
I
very
don't
clear.
mind, Chris. I do mind, motherfucker. I mind anything you ask of me.
Okay, dude. You sound like you're gonna have a like what do they call it, coronary or maybe a
Yeah, this is
a
a coronary. Do
aneurysm?
you? Okay,
Yeah,
doc.
you're gonna-
Don't fucking take my goddamn pulse, you fat fuck.
Are you inviting
How
me to
about
your
you?
house?
How about you give me? How about you give me a
Are
fucking?
you invite? Hold on. Are you inviting me to
on.
come check your pulse? Are you
Oh, is that
directly
right? Oh, you want to
inviting
make
me?
it? You want to make a threat?
Are you
want to make a threat?
inviting me? Are you inviting me to come
hang on.
personally
Hey,
check your
kids
pulse?
are here. Kids are here now.
Hang
Keep
on.
talking.
Are you
Keep talking.
inviting me to come personally check your pulse, Chris? I just say it.
No
Use
kids
your chest
here.
tape.
Come on over.
You know damn
You know,
well
kitty,
that he
kitty,
is
kitty,
not
kitty. Come on
inviting
over.
you to your house.
Oh, he's not.
I
What
am.
is-
Come on
how am
over.
I gonna?
Todd.
How am I gonna?
Damn well.
I'll put your address in the back chat then, Finkel. I'll pay you a visit.
Come to me.
That
What do you mean, come to you? Put your address in the back
think that
chat, tough
playing
guy.
these fucking words will cover you in court? You're as stupid as Chris Ruff, dude.
Mhm.
You
You
are
wanna
just
meet
as
me on the
stupid as Chris Ruff.
battlefield? We'll
If you
make it
think that
happen.
this fucking thing could not be aired, and they see that you're trying to play a fucking play on words to make a threat, that you will not be behind fucking bars.
I'm looking in the
if
battle.
you fucking
I'm
do
looking in
something,
the back.
you're as
I'm
stupid a
looking in the private
motherfucker
chat,
as Chris
Finkel. I don't
Ruff.
see your address. Where's your address, Finkel? Put your address in the
Make it
back chat, tough
happen.
guy. Come on,
What are you
tough
going to
guy.
do with it, Todd? What are you
Have
going to
the-
do with somebody
have the
who's
courage
you
to your
fat
convictions.
fucking midget?
You invited me.
Let me talk for a second. I need to make a point here. Why do you always do that, Todd? Why do you always say, well, you want to come to my house? You want to fight? It's always going to come down to some fisticuffs with you. You think
In
you're an
Minecraft.
agent person. You think you're fucking an alpha male. But
You're
anybody
alpha
that
this
says
fucking
that they're
dick,
an alpha
Todd.
male,
Fuck you, dude.
it's not an alpha male.
You ain't alpha shit, you fat fuck.
Hey, Todd.
So just stop with all that bravado bullshit. I'm a man. I mean, just stop with that.
The only
And let's
fucking
talk
place
about the
you
real
act like
issue.
a badass. The only place you'll act like a badass is in the fucking front of a government building with a bunch of cops fucking watching for you. You pussy.
Let's be honest, generally specific. Your gay lover, JJ Scarborough, has pressed charges on me, or at least tried. He knows my name.
Hang
He knows
on,
my name.
guys. I'm trying to unmute him.
He knows everything.
So we're
he
having
needs to
issues
know.
again.
I'm
Just
sorry.
let me unmute you. It says that I can't unmute you because you've muted yourself.
I'm muted.
So unmute, and then let me try to unmute you.
I didn't know I was muted.
No. I'm talking to GS.
Cliff.
Oh,
all
there
right,
you are.
Cliff, I'm going to say this really slowly. I have the power to choose to mute
Yeah,
myself.
because you think you have to.
Whenever
Okay,
I
so-
put the mute button on, I'm choosing to mute myself. Is that
so
okay?
that you don't talk over other people. Okay.
Yes, I'm trying to
That's fine.
respect your platform.
I appreciate that. But okay. I get you. I'm not tech savvy. You don't have to speak slow to me though. Okay.
It's just
All right.
he speaks slowly. That's just the way he is.
I know. He's always got to be. He's got to talk in a condescending manner continuously.
Who the fuck do you think you're condescending to, Todd? You're the one that everybody needs to be condescending to, not the other way around. You are nobody. You are nobody. You literally have nothing to live for. You fucking mooch off of your old lady. You live in a basement. You never come outside, and you ain't fighting shit. You fucking midget fuck.
Squish. Squish.
Okay.
The bug.
Still waiting on that. The bug's still waiting on your address, Finkel. Put it in the private chat, buddy.
Your boyfriend.
What's your address?
Hold on,
In
Chris.
Minecraft,
Hold
what's
on.
your address?
No, I
'Cause
want-
I'm a pussy who won't make good on shit.
I want you to voluntarily
Doing that.
put your address
Stop.
in the back chat.
Stop. He's not
I
going to do
authorize
it.
I
JJ.
want you to voluntarily put in your address, Todd. Put in your address. Put in your address, Todd. Put in your
I-
address.
Look,
Your
I don't
address.
want you
You've already put my address
anywhere.
all over
In
the internet for
in public. I don't want anybody putting their address in anywhere. I don't
Give me a
want it in
minute so I can
private
be
chat.
heard without people talking over me.
Go ahead, Finkel.
I authorize JJ Scarborough to give General Specific any information on me he has. And we all know that JJ Scarborough attempted to press charges on me at my house in Virginia. So if that's the
Okay.
true thing,
And you're inviting me to come to your battlefield, which is your house.
Nobody's
you are
inviting you to
personally,
nothing, Todd.
you are
Come on,
personally,
Jim.
Finkel. Hold on. You are on
Hold
camera
on.
right
How
now,
about nobody invited you
challenging
to
me
nothing,
to
Todd?
mutual combat. That's what you're doing right now, Finkel.
Todd,
What
you
did I-
couldn't handle mutual
Are
combat.
you?
Nobody
I'm not
invited you to
talking to
nothing.
you, Chris. No
I
one's
don't
talking
care,
to you,
Todd.
Queen.
Nobody
Get out of
cares
the-
about your
no one's
talking.
talking to you,
Even your
closet.
wife. Nobody
Yeah.
cares if you
Carry
talk.
water for
That's
your
why you
boyfriend,
should stop
Finkel.
talking. You should stop talking. You should no longer walk out the front door of that ugly ass house of yours. You should stop
You mean the one? You
communicating
mean the
with
one that
other
you put
humans
all over the
anywhere,
internet?
ever.
You mean the one
How
that
about
you
you
put all over
find
the
your way to
internet?
your?
There's your proof.
How about you
right
find
there,
your way
boy.
to your bathtub and make it red?
let me state five.
There's another encouraging me to
Okay,
delete myself.
I'm gonna
Vigilance
I'm gonna-
community.
I'm gonna-
You're co-signing this. You're
Todd,
co-signing
I'm
this.
gonna cry now.
Let me-
You're co-signing this, right?
let me
Vigilance community.
mute. I don't
Let me-
co-sign shit.
Well,
I
me
don't
state
co-sign
five.
shit.
this is your platform,
I
dude.
want to
You
give
just
Finkel
told
a
me to go to
chance
my
talk.
bathtub and make it red.
So
You know what
what?
that means?
Fuck.
What do you mean? So what?
I have no idea what it means.
That's a TOS fucking a violation right there.
Oh,
No, it's
complain
not.
Encouraging me to self-delete. Yes, that's
No,
exactly what it is.
that's not what he said to do.
Let me state five.
To play
You're
on
fucking-
words,
you're
and he used the
retarded.
play on words.
You're fucking
just like you
retarded.
do all the time. You use the fucking play on words all the time. So he just used play on words that you use. Finkel,
Right,
go
and
ahead.
you hide
There are-
behind
there
it.
are-
Let
the
me
other
do
ones
it.
are muted.
Let me state five facts. Let me get through these five facts uninterrupted. JJ claims he has my information because he pretended to press charges on me. I give JJ permission to give that information to you. You have said countless times that you wish, you hope, you can't wait to meet me on the battlefield. I'm telling you where the battlefield is. It's at that location that JJ has. And I'm saying, if you want it, make it happen. Don't wish is prayer for fools. Stop wishing, make it happen if you really, really want it to happen. If
Okay,
you don't want it to happen,
I'm gonna
you
go
don't.
ahead and clip this right now because you just challenged me to mutual combat.
Is that what you heard?
It's
I
clipped.
said
It
make
is
whatever you
absolutely
want.
clipped.
If you want it to
He
happen,
said he wanted to make his statements uninterrupted, so let him finish first.
if you want to make it happen, make it happen. I'm not telling you what to make happen, but you're the ones always wishing and hoping. Make those wishes and hopes come true and make it happen. Whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Bring it up.
Mutual combat shit is all bullshit, and
I never use those words.
I know. The whole thing is just—it's idiotic to me. It's childish.
It's childish. Yeah, exactly. It's very.
So I'm going to unmute everyone, and let's stop with this mutual combat bullshit. Generally specific, because all it is baiting. It's just
He's
trying
the
to
one
get
that
people riled
challenged
up.
me, Cliff. Stop fucking
Well,
blurring
okay.
the fucking evidence. If you're not gonna be a good faith vigilance,
I
committee,
just heard
then,
what Finkel
then you
said.
really need to change your name.
We all just heard what Finkel said. So,
Todd,
go.
all you do is run your fucking fat fucking mouth, you pussy. You ain't
Yeah,
gonna do
I
shit.
know, Chris. I know.
You
The
are
guy who wouldn't
never
even
gonna
look me in
be
the
shit.
eye when
You're
he's
never
walking
gonna
out of
do
a
shit.
court.
You are
I'm
not
bringing
shit.
Dick back.
Everybody knows you're not shit.
Okay, we
Everyone
already.
in your life knows you're not shit. Everyone in your neighborhood knows you're not shit.
We got it. We got it. Nobody knows shit. Dick back. Bag Patrol, do you know shit? Talk to us.
I don't know shit, man.
Okay. All right. Then what'd you come up? Why'd you come up?
Well, I was just, I was just kicking around the old internets here, and I seen Lick the Whole Boot having a live stream.
Yeah, we were actually gonna
GS.
show that. We were gonna stream snipe it, but then
they're sniping you now because Todd came
I
over here
figured
to
that.
be
It's
a
because he's
hero.
really irrelevant, so we decided not to. Besides that, the conversation got pretty heated over here, which is good. It's good
I
for
was
everything.
kind of surprised to see Navy Girl who on panel there in between old GS and KFAR.
No, that
Kinda
wasn't Navy Girl,
interesting.
actually. That wasn't Navy Girl. That was actually Rats to the Moon.
Oh, is she messing with Navy Girl? What's going on there?
No,
I'm not-
he's saying Navy Girl's on Lick the Whole Cox channel.
Yeah.
And we had Rats over
okay.
here.
Okay.
Bad.
But let me make a good point of this.
Gee, did Todd run away again? He's got me blocked on StreamYard.
Kind of looks that
Better,
way.
Todd. You guys don't want
I
to watch anymore now that I'm
And
here?
just so everybody knows, because I know the accusation's coming, they kicked Todd off the panel. No.
Bullshit. Todd's scared of DP.
He left. He left.
He's very scared. I've never had
What did
anybody block me on StreamYard before.
I haven't even. Let me ask my. Geez, do I even have a mod in here anymore? Where's Stephanie? Did she leave? Did she have to go to bed?
Oh.
Wow, I don't even.
DP, will you please share the wisdom with a fellow YouTuber? How the fuck did you accomplish making Todd bow out and stay away from you? I want that information. I want to be able to practice that so bad.
Oh, what he's doing is running to JJ to see if he can get my information.
Oh, so he can do what? Fucking hide in the basement and puke?
I don't know.
What's he gonna do? Tiffany said Milia letter.
In your letter, you said you didn't want me.
It'll be one of those origamis. Do you want to fight me? Yes or no?
An origami sword.
Hey, got your mod. Will you go ahead and drop links here of people that have come up on the panel, except for don't do generally specifics. I will never promote his channel in any shape, manner, or form. His link is never to be dropped on this channel ever. But anybody else? Yeah.
Right. Shortly before I came back on this stream, I peeked over at Lick the Whole
No
Boot,
one is blocked.
and KFAR's over there talking about how the detractors come over there. They say something and then run away and hide. Meanwhile, as a wrench, he's kicking them out.
Yeah, meanwhile, his boy GS, who came over here to show Chris what's what, ran away like a bitch the second I got here. Also,
I didn't bring you up right away. I saw you in the private chat, and I'm like, yeah, one moment, please.
This is like KFAR over there calling people fat. Are you serious?
KFAR.
You cookie-eating little motherfucker.
Oh,
these fucking internet warriors, man.
KFAR is a trip.
This whole quote unquote community can suck my dick in Macy's window. All of you are you're a bunch of fucking losers, man.
Indeed, we are all losers.
No, you know what I'm saying. I'm saying this in the general sense.
We know what you meant.
You know what I'm saying. I try and deal with people as individuals, as much as possible. These guys all just want to get in their little cliques.
Yeah.
Point the finger at everybody else.
Here we are. We're grown adults, and we're on a StreamYard at 10:10 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know what time zone everyone else is in. We are losers. There are better things to be doing right now than what we are doing. Here we are.
You're absolutely right.
Gee, thanks,
Absolutely
government,
right.
for putting me in that position, because I didn't even have a fucking YouTube before the raid.
I'm including me. I'm including all three of you. I'm including everyone in the chat. What?
Actually, I'm going to get this out there. I have met countless people who are amazing that are on YouTube. We've gotten tremendous support from our YouTube publishings, and there are amazing people. But the problem is that we have to accept the fact that there are the same amount of evil people that roam the streets on YouTube. and they
You
are
said
way
that,
more active on
for public
YouTube.
safety. Can you name some of the great supporters? And I'm not asking you to say me or say my name.
No, Cliff, I
can you-
can't. I'll tell you why. Let me tell you why I can't. I can't because they've all been so equal and amazing. Like really, I'm being absolutely fucking 100% spot on serious with everything in my heart. There have been thousands and thousands of people who are equally as supportive and amazing to us. So if I started listing, I would literally need to have a list, and it would take me a long time to get through it.
Yeah.
And you might get in trouble for missing one or two. No, but seriously, the night I first heard about Generally Specific, he was doing a fundraiser for Chris. This is before he did his turncoat thing. And when I made the donation, he says, "Thank you. We are now over our goal." I don't know what the goal was, but they went over the goal. So whoever else was doing, I mean, I can't do it all myself. There are a lot of people supportive of Chris. Some of them because they feel like Chris is being victimized. Some of it because they think he's a hero. I did it because I think his main detractor, Michael Kaiser, who murdered a Marine, is a piece of shit. And anything that I can do against Michael Kaiser, I am happy to do.
Yeah, well, the crazy thing is that none of that. So all that money was to go to our 3 open cases at the time, which one of them was the Hardin County 1998 over marijuana that didn't have nothing to do with me. Then you had the raid lawsuit that we were really strapped on. That was $10,000 that we needed. And then we had what happened to us in Meade, which is still ongoing, that we're still paying for. And we were actually $6,200 still shy of what we needed to pay when we did end that fundraiser. Well, actually, I should say when JJ and Kaiser and Florida Watch, we'll call him. We know his real name, but we'll call him Florida Watch. They went to our GoFundMe while it was in progress and snuffed the passcode to it, and then made complaints. They received the emails, and then chose not to respond to the emails so that it would get them shut down. So we were still. I had to pay $6,200 at that moment out of my pocket. I sold a horse to do it.
Well, getting back to Kaiser, because that's the crux of why I'm up here.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Frauditor Watch, I had him on my panel asking him why the whys and wherefores and why he's supporting Kaiser, and he we had a fairly reasonable discussion, and he seemed to be all turned around, kind of seeing the light. Then he nuked his channel, right? Just nuked his channel. He sent me an email saying, "Thank you very much. I'm leaving YouTube," or whatever. A couple months later, we see him crawling, literally groveling back on Kaiser's stream. Crying.
That was a floppy fish night.
Tears. Crying tears.
Yeah.
Begging Kaiser for forgiveness.
Please.
I have never seen.
That's what caused his. What caused his. What was it?
Seizure.
Yeah, his seizure. That caused his seizure.
It was so painful to hear it put Kaiser into a seizure. And James,
to be fair, it was before Kaiser knew it was going to be an apology. I think Kaiser went into either forced the seizure or faked the seizure because he didn't know if his buddy who has. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something I do know. Here's what I do know. That dude, Frauditor Watch, has huge information on Kaiser. If anyone in this world has enough to put Kaiser in prison, I guarantee you it's him. Now, when he turned on Kaiser, that scared Kaiser to death. And I tend to think that it was before he knew that Frauditor Watch was going to try his way back in.
Before you finish, let me read this. Vegas Vips, we did not kick GS. He left on his own accord. And so take your messed up and go somewhere else with that shit, because you're trying to spin a narrative that did not happen.
Cliff, I actually kicked him. I mentally kicked him out.
Eventually,
yeah, yeah.
you
That-
wished
no.
him away like
Yeah.
his family does. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wished him away too, but I wanted to, show that I was.
And
being
again, the only reason I stoop low is
and I
because
was
that's
fair.
where I'm
He
put.
left. Go ahead.
I like how James Stern opines that a certain neighbor of Chris's doesn't like him. Man, I got like all kinds of neighbors around me. I'm in a densely populated. I'm sure one or two of them hate me. But
I don't like
Mr.
any of my
Stern,
fucking neighbors.
yeah, Stern, everyone hates you.
Well, I don't know why that one out of the whole household over there had all that to say, because I asked her about it and she flat out denied it. And I was like, you do realize it was on fucking camera, right? She goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I was just curious what the cops were doing here. I was like, bitch, you fucking lie. You don't know me. Like, I've never even spoken to her before that.
Well, we already have enough. I mean, there is enough information public out there about Kaiser that shows what he is, what he's about. If you're ignoring it at this point,
Stephanie, can you verify what
Schedule
that is? Vegas Vips or not?
schedule yourself an MRI. Get your brain looked at.
Well, here's the thing, DP. This is what I've come to realize. They know. They don't care. You're not going to convince them otherwise.
Yeah. Yep. They thrive on confirmation bias and just the team sports thing. That's why I said I don't give a community. No, this is just high school clique shit.
If you knew nothing about the stolen valor, the murder, the burglaries, just watching his YouTube channel a couple times, you're like, if you can stand more than 2 or 3 times, like, I like this guy, there's something really, really wrong with you, James Stern.
Hang on, guys. Okay, so you guys know that a lot of people are saying that Vegas Vips and like the whole boot are the same
They're not.
people.
They're not.
They're not. But yet both of them are saying that they're this is my second channel. No, this is my second channel. So they're working together. Fucktards, as far as I'm concerned.
Look at his panel over there. You got GS, who's just, I mean, that guy's just a fucking
he decided to
train
leave
wreck.
our panel and jump up on that one, right?
He's
So
just a
now
We
train
came
wreck.
here just to make content for that one. Here's the thing.
He's a ball washer for JJ. He's a ball washer for Kaiser.
And
And
now he's a ball washer
also
for
a ball washer for
Lick
and Direct D. You got
Yep.
AFAR, who's just
Yep.
a sad
Yeah,
little
he's-
fucking
and-
barnacle on the ship of life. You got a Navy girl.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? What are you
What-
doing?
What is she doing?
Do you know who you're associating with over there? After
She
you came
knows.
up on Trolls panel and gave Kaiser the what for, and now you're over there being a sandwich between those two momos. What the fuck are you doing?
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
I should hope so.
Oh, Scotto's
I
in my
mean-
chat. He hardly ever comes over here. Nice to see you,
Scotto.
Scotto.
Scotto's awesome. So anyway, yeah, it's just mind-boggling when I tune into these, and then they're sitting there. You guys are all sitting over there yammering on like you have some sort of fucking moral authority about anything. You got JJ in your fucking.
They're lying out their asses. Yeah.
They're not fooling anybody. They're just collecting
No.
like-minded people. That's all they're doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
That
an
is
anthropological study, this is it's kind of interesting, but also it is Finkel. It is to the point where I wonder, like, do I really need this fucking aggravation in my life? I mean, I want to see Kaiser go to jail. That's really one of my main just things that keeps me around. And since I sort of have some level of personal involvement in it, and like you, anything I could do to make his life a little more difficult, I'm all for.
Amen.
So Vegas Pip's saying he wants in.
Sure.
Okay.
He's going to ask
know
you
what-
questions. He's going to let you.
Should I make sure it is Vegas Vips first? Do I need to see his face?
He's just a dumb kid.
I don't know what happened this time. Like, Vegas is always getting throwing throwing himself from side to side.
If you click on the ellipses in the basement, you can authenticate What does it say there?
Ellipsis, 3 dots.
Yeah, the 3 dots.
And that was hard to do. It says authenticated to YouTube. So it is him. And I've never known him to. Has he ever corn bombed anybody?
No.
I don't think he has. All right, we're gonna bring him up.
What'd you do now,
Hey,
Vince?
you guys, can I just have 1 minute? Can I have the floor for 1 minute, guys, and address something?
1 minute, go.
So listen, guys, you guys do realize that if the roles were reversed, and if GS said to FPS, "Hey, you should get in a bathtub and make it red," you would probably be calling the cops.
Yeah.
So
how
you
about,
guys should
how about
really
you
just.
remember who starts everything, Vince? Don't come in here.
Don't
and play.
lump me into your bullshit, dude.
I wouldn't call the cops.
Dude, shut.
How about this, Vince?
Dickbag
How about
Patrol,
this?
can you please just shut up? You're the dumb kid who drank too much energy drinks and went to the fucking ER.
You don't
Hey,
want to
Vince,
fucking
if
stay in the
someone
shallow
walked
I
end.
do want to go there, you stupid fuck.
Really? All right.
Dude, just just shut up for 1 minute and let me say something else. You guys are so ridiculous. You guys are so ridiculous with this food coloring
we didn't
stuff.
get to respond to the
We
first
all
one.
know
Hold
we
on.
all
You
know
don't
what
get to
bathtub
double.
red means.
Yeah,
We
I'm
all
in
know
it.
what bathtub red means.
I'm
That
in
that
it.
is
I'm
that
in
is a
I'm in
that
it.
is a euphemism.
I'm in
That
it.
is a euphemism, and
I
that's a
know. I'm
subtle
in it.
threat.
I'm in it. Everybody knows they're not stupid, Vips. I meant it. I wish you would do
And
it. That is what I
GS's
did.
wife and listen,
I don't care.
GS's wife also
I don't
commented
care.
in Lick the Whole Boot stream that
Who
you
cares?
may have allegedly said something about bleach the other week too.
Yeah, I told him he should drink it.
Oh yeah, come on.
So
Oh
you
no,
realize
you're gonna hurt our integrity.
those are subtle threats.
No, it's not a threat.
Oh,
Yeah,
get the
I
fuck out of
wish,
here.
very subtle.
I wish he would drink bleach and do something in a bathtub to make it red. And I'm only thing I'm worried about is TOS. I couldn't care less about real life. There is not a threat there. I can wish all I want, Vips.
Exactly. I'm going to say 2 quotes.
So I do have a question.
You can
Not
tell the
that I
difference
really
between the
care,
threat.
but I have a question. Let me ask this question first. Is it against terms of service?
To say the words, yeah. Like if you actually do say anything about, tell someone to, I can't. It's terms of service. I can't explain it. Come on.
There you go.
know what
I got you. So
You
what
know
you
what it
said
means.
is not against terms of service.
Correct. I did not violate terms of service. I put it in a way that it does not violate terms of service, and that's the only reason I put it that way. If it was face to face, if it was any other way, I would have said it directly.
All right. So now you came up and defended Todd successfully, Vips.
Now
So
what?
now
How many
what?
times have we seen on YouTube play the clip of the White House briefing several years ago where then President Trump suggested that we use bleach under our skin to cure COVID? Not one of those YouTube channels has been terms of service shut down for that. And that's, come on.
But here's the question, Vips. Why are you on Tyrion for that dude when you know damn well what he has done to elicit that response from me? Answer that question.
Dude, I'm not carrying water. I'm just saying that's going in a bathtub and making it red. That's grimy, dude. You know it's grimy.
Wham, bro.
Right.
Fucking wham, bro. You know what he's been trying to do? He's been trying to take my freedom, my ability to maintain my household, my fucking our kids. I mean, what else do you want? What do you want from me, Vips?
I'm wondering, Vips.
No, I don't want anything from you. I'm just saying that was
well, then
that was
why
a
are you
little over the
involved,
line.
You opined that if any of us heard General Specific, he said he wishes we would make our bathtubs red, that we would call the police on him. I would not.
You probably would.
Dude, he said he was coming to my house with a gun, man, at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning. Where were you then, Vips? Where were you with your cape?
Hang on, guys. There must be a lot of really scared people up on the internet. Running their mouths, and then they get scared. Like, why?
Yeah, if you're worried about somebody saying some shit to you in a chat, you're wasting your fucking time.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Todd don't leave his fucking basement, y'all.
That
And
sounds
that's
like
why
a
I mock,
decision.
I mock him. I don't call the police on him. I mock him for saying he wants to meet me on the battlefield and do something called Mortal Kombat. I don't take it.
If you want to talk about passive aggressive threats, Todd is your
Oh
guy.
yeah, Todd is definitely the guy.
I don't-
Every time he disagrees with somebody, he wants to call them out to fight or something on the battlefield.
Yeah, I don't
he's the
take it as a
princess of
threat.
ad
I
hominem.
take it as a child just running off with the mouth. He is a child running off with the mouth. That's all. Nothing more.
You don't like answering questions, just like the rest of them. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Ask him the hard
So,
question.
Vince, you're not answering our question. Why?
With the whole boots panel, because then he can be like that gang member. You know, I typically don't have an open panel where I don't need you guys up here to defend myself. I can do it all by myself, and so can you guys, and you do.
I want to know where Vips was
but
whenever
they've gotta
they
be
crossed the
together.
boundary on my family.
They've got to be together.
Where were you, Vips?
Well, listen. You alleged that he made a threat with a gun or something. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything about that. I didn't hear anything about that public.
All right.
So if that was really said, if that was really said, it wasn't public. It wasn't public. So
Yes, it was.
I
He
didn't.
published it on a live stream, bro. Now listen, that ain't nowhere near all of it because I'm asking you if you're going to put your cape on, why ain't it been on the whole time? Where were you when he came to my hearings, or where were you when he took pictures of the court evidence to make it where I can't get a fair trial? Where were you when he participated in fabricating documents to put me in prison? Where were you then?
Well, didn't Cliff get the same email?
I ain't talking about the
And I've
email.
already, and it doesn't matter. I addressed
Don't throw it
already
off.
anyway.
Don't throw it off. No. It ain't
Exactly.
the email I'm talking about. I'm talking about Todd going to the jail and then going into the courtroom where JJ opened the safe with someone that had the security code and taking a picture of evidence that was submitted and not heard in court yet. That's what I'm talking about. Go.
Well, I can't speak on that because I wasn't there,
You know
obviously.
about it.
So
You know about it. You've seen it.
I do not know about that.
Then
So
don't come in here carrying water for Todd when you don't even watch Todd.
no, that's correct. I don't even watch Todd. I'm just saying that bathtub
Then why are
red
you
was
protecting
grimy.
him? Maybe he earned this. Maybe when someone punches you in the face, you have a right to punch back.
Maybe you're
So,
right.
yeah, paint your
I'm just
bathtub all
saying.
the way red, Todd, right now.
The
And Vince ain't going to protect you.
So you're picking like the lowest possible thing to get upset about here, dude.
Yeah.
In this whole scenario.
Yep.
You made a music video about chili. Don't come at me with that.
I would like to point out
What does that have to do with anything?
you like to play games.
You're talking about low hanging fruit.
So
Actually, I don't think that was said until just now, Vips.
I
You
think
just
Vegas
now are the
Nips-
first person
hang
to
on.
say that.
He deflects. He deflects.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
this or how about that?
Right.
How about
I don't
this?
dislike Vips. I
We-
think I'm different than most of the on the panel right now because I have been very it's a weird kind of online friendship. You know,
I heard that
Vips
thing.
and I go back and forth. I just don't like when Vips doesn't see the ethical thing to do.
What is ethical
You tried to do it
about
for Todd just
doing
now.
a
That was ethical. So where were you?
what is
when the
ethical
ethics was
about
on
a
the other foot?
bathtub turning red?
Right, you were against that, right? So you were
Yeah.
the ethical party in that. So where were you? Where were your ethics? That's what I'm trying to say. You have an issue with when you decide to perform on your version of ethics, bro. That's a problem.
Conditional ethics. This whole area of YouTube
Confirmation
is
bias. Confirmation bias.
ripe with that shit, man. People
Confirmation
fine.
bias.
fine when our
And how
side
and
does
how
it.
do you and what makes you make your decision? I wonder how your brain ticks. Like I wonder what makes you do that because you're not a bad guy. You're not a bad kid, Vips. I wonder what it is in your head that allows you to make these choices. Like,
You know I've been neutral. You know I've been neutral in this whole thing, man.
yeah,
I'm
that's my
not
question. Why?
biased.
No, you're
I
a
don't
I'm
see
not
neutral.
neutral.
biased in
You're an
Hang
in
on a
ethical
any
man
minute.
when you
regard.
choose to be. You're
Let
a
me
Once
answer
neutral
to
person.
that.
once upon a
Okay, then
time, there was.
I see bias. I see Vegas Vips has taken a side. That's what I see.
Oh,
Cliff, he
So,
has taken my side in the past too. So it's weird
well,
because
I
I've seen him go
so,
back and
is
forth.
he kind of like lick the whole boot? He's like neutral. He used to be
No,
1A,
Lick the Boot's
but
not
now he's not
neutral,
1A. Oh, he said he is. He
but
said
he's
Can
he's
I
kind of
not.
just clear
neutral.
the record? Can I just clear the record right now?
Hang
I
on,
am
let me
lick the
finish.
whole.
You are
yeah.
not lick the whole boot.
We know you're
Uh,
not, but
and
I do want to point something out. You're kind of young and kind of childish, and we all do childish stuff on the internet. But one thing that I remember was Master Sergeant RTO, the Australian accent. When everyone was trying to figure out who that was, and you had us all fooled. Someone came up on I forget whose channel it was, but with a southern drawl and says, "Oh, I'm Master Sergeant RTO, and Chris, I want to jerk off your horses." And we thought that was funny as hell. And then a few days later, you came out as that guy. That's not a problem in itself. It's silly. It's funny. But guess what happened over at the Kaiser channel? The James Stearns and all those idiots. They started making actual threats on Chris's horses because in your joke, you
No,
found
wait.
it.
It was worse than that. Hold on. It was worse than that. And he didn't have me fooled. I just didn't know who it actually was. I knew who it wasn't, but I didn't know who it was. But what the outcome of that was this, and we've talked about it. People in Meade County messaged me pretending to want to buy my hay so that they could find my horses. It wasn't just Kaiser's people talking shit. There were real people here trying to find out where my horses were. I can only assume that they didn't have any good intentions when they found them. Now, and I still have that hay because I was scared
And I actually
to
wouldn't
let
be
anyone
surprised
come
if
get
that
it.
was really going on. If that was happening, I wouldn't be surprised at all. We've
Listen,
seen it.
I don't condone that. I don't condone that at all. Just
I know, but
because
your
I said the
behavior
word
caused that.
horse.
So, like, why? Why?
Okay, so just because I say the word horse online and someone goes and kills your
No,
horse,
dude, you
I'm
were talking about doing
You know
sexual
damn
things to
well
my
that's
horses,
not what
bro.
he's saying.
You put it in their mind to abuse my animals, man. That's what you did. You were trying to be funny, but here's the thing: you're not. You cause damage in that. You're picking really poor places to try to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Like comedians, professional comedians can't get away with certain boundaries because
And if you're saying, you keep saying this too, I am lick the whole boot, and lick the whole boot says I am Vegas Vips.
Well, I'm
Then
sure
that's
Lick the
fucked
Whole
up.
Boot loves having cover because if anyone finds out, wait a minute, there are some people out there that if they find out who Lick the Boot actually is, he may be missing teeth after that encounter. So it benefits Lick the Boot to say that, but it absolutely does nothing for you, Vegas. It does nothing for you. I would not. That's another place where I would choose not to play that game.
So somebody asked if Lick the Whole Boot had ever been an auditor. He said yes, and he said now I'm kind of neutral on that. I'm not for it. I'm not against it. I'm just milk toast. Even though his best
Did you
friend
see my video
is
today?
Midwest accountability.
Did you see my video today? There's no way that he's ever been brave enough to pick up a camera and walk in front of another man and hold that camera without shaking so bad he'd drop it. He plays Pikachu.
Yeah, I believe that. I really do. Just listening to him, you can tell.
Well, that's
But
the
anyway,
whole thing about this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that's the whole thing. People aren't very choosy about their associations here.
Yeah, that reminds me. I know Todd is over. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you just reminded me of something. Association. So Christopher Ruff does not believe that there is a God. In fact, he doesn't care about morality. He said so. He only cares about when he committed the crimes. He only cared about not getting caught. It didn't matter if it was right or wrong. He doesn't give a fuck about that. So
Right.
he's been given over to a reprobate mind, Todd.
These guys are all.
No, I'm talking to Todd right now.
Oh, sorry.
Todd, what are you going to do about that, Todd? Because you said to me in person, on the phone, in private conversations, they've been given over to a reprobate mind. There's no coming back from that, and I will not associate with somebody like that.
Yeah, really Christian of you, Todd.
There you go,
Todd.
Todd.
I once told him I'm not a big C Christian, and now today he swears up and down that I'm an atheist. So I'm like, wait a minute.
That guy called me Mossad one night.
Oh yeah, I'm a commie Mossad.
That's as bad as when they called you a fake vet, right, DP?
Oh yeah.
Oh, did they?
Well, JJ that night when he was campaigning for after
You
his.
know why they say such stupid shit? Because they got nothing.
I know.
They're all carrying water for Kaiser. They have no moral center to speak of, and when you call them on it, they just spin out because they got nothing.
Well, I
DP,
really want to see
you and
GS
me-
out on that because I just called him out on that. He's associating with a person that has a reprobate mind, and he said he never would. And so I want to know if he's going to disassociate with Mr. Ruff. If I have to say his name, I'll just say the last name, and that's it.
DP and I on YouTube are the extreme opposites as far as our content goes. And I'll bet you that him and I can have this short little, I can ask him a question real quick, and I'll bet you this is like an enlightening piece. Let me ask you this, DP. Is it possible that instead of JJ carrying water for Kaiser, that it's actually Kaiser carrying water for JJ?
Well, it is in a sense because Kaiser needs JJ to project himself being on the side of law and order. So it's probably some sort of parasitic relationship. JJ just likes having people tickle his taint.
Yeah, it's a mutual symbiotic nut hugging
Exactly.
exercise.
I was just going to say symbiotic myself. Yes.
Yep.
Well, and I'd say so. My thing was in that is that once it's understood that JJ is speaking on YouTube, he is only on YouTube on behalf of being an elected official government. You can see how, that's
That
kind of the.
may raise some ethical questions. Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit. Nobody gives a shit anymore about anything, man.
Right.
Up is down, left is right. You can say blatantly false things and not face any kind of repercussions from it. You can be a TV preacher and scam money out of people for years and years, go to prison, get back out, just go right back on to scamming them. There's always going to be suckers, and there's always going to be reprobates, as you said, or opportunists there to fish the pond.
Yeah,
I think there will be repercussions for Scarborough because he made it legal with me and Tiffany. He made it legal, so it's in court. I think he will suffer repercussions for these actions. And here's what I think. I think once it happens, the same number of people who have been supportive of me and Tiffany are still going to be there, and they're going to be super happy and ecstatic that they get to witness this corrupt government official go down. But I think the same number of haters are going to be even more aggressive.
They're still going to be out there,
afterward.
absolutely.
Even though
But
they're
I
going to be
like.
proven.
Yep.
Thank you, Hanky Spinky. Chris, that was beautiful today. Your video showed Kaiser
I didn't
saying,
get to watch all of it because I had my 7:30 live scheduled, so I got to go back and watch the rest of it. So
I'm so sorry, Clip. So
no, we didn't have to do our time schedule.
I
And
know.
do all that
I realized
bullshit.
it when I did it though, because I was shooting for my regular 1:00 programming, and I had the video almost done, and then I went to upload it, and our modem went out. So I went the whole day. We finally got our modem back, and I uploaded it as quick as I could, and I hit Premiere, and we went. I didn't even.
Because usually you do. It's a 3:30 my time, 5:30 your time, so you're a couple hours late. And that's the reason I scheduled mine out. But It doesn't matter. We've had this
No, I know.
conversation
I just
before.
I just didn't want to take away from
I'm
anybody.
I'm not Todd. That's going to piss and moan and whine about. He goes live every time I was going to go live.
Sure, and the content's still there. Like
And
it's
I'm reading
uploaded.
live and he goes live. Is he doing that on purpose? That's the kind of questions he asked. Is he doing that on purpose?
No,
Whiny
you know what
little
he'll do?
bitch.
Here's what he'll do. He'll call you, okay? And he will
called me.
scream at the top of his lungs about how he's not important enough for you and how you stabbed him in the back and all he ever does is help you.
I built your channel.
It's weird.
Todd has a lot of insecurities. He has a
He
persecution
really does.
complex.
And he's very paranoid, too.
I have to
Very
go,
paranoid.
but before I go, I wanted to say, Chris, that was beautiful how you showed Kaiser saying, and Whitehead, whatever his name is, never hit a woman. And your next clip was him beating up Tiffany. I'm like, that was great.
And let's not forget, that's where all this stems from, too, right, Finkel?
That's it.
It's the Whitehead situation. That's the whole reason JJ has gone all over the internet and up on panels. He's trying to destroy Chris's case and add more charges on to take
That's right.
away
It's
from what
accounting.
Whitehead
He
did.
said it out loud on a live stream. He said that when I saw the video of what Whitehead did to Tiffany and Chris, that he knew that as a county that they had to do something about it. And that is what his intentions are. Now, is he any good at them? Well, I'm not going to say he's not damaged the shit out of us, but I'm going to tell you this. He's done it in such a way that he is absolutely fucking busted.
He's evil, as far as I'm
He's
concerned.
busted. I can't wait for court. Anyone thinking that I'm trying to put court off is a nut job. I can't wait for him to get do the interrogatories. I can't wait for him to get on the stand and be held accountable during trial, which you can lie all you want at a pretrial, at a hearing that like he did. You can lie all you want there because that's not where we do argument. Just wait. Just wait until depositions are filled. Just wait till evidence is submitted. Just wait and see what's going to happen, because I guarantee you all of those laws that he's been breaking all along, they are not going to go unnoticed by the system. Kentucky is not going to want, it's not just a black eye. They're not going to want to be represented by a hillbilly inbred retard that is stupid enough to go to YouTube and break that many laws for this long with these types of people. I can't wait.
Yeah.
And then I definitely can't wait till we are reimbursed for all the damages that they've caused.
Well, there's only one court date I'm really looking forward to. No offense.
I get that, DP, and I wish, I hope you stick around long enough to see, like, he'll probably be in prison when we do it, but we already do have a lawyer to file. We do have a lawyer.
Hashtag 2525 in the chat.
We do have a lawyer that's been retained to sue him on, the social media. We were, we were kind of busy. Yeah, right. He's lucky we don't add him to it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Finkel, for coming up on the panel. I did not kick you off, by the way. I haven't kicked anybody off the panel. They just left. And Finkel did say he was going to run anyway. I should have let him finish what he was saying. So,
oh shit! But I didn't even realize that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, and I didn't. I interrupted because my ADD kicked in.
I did too. Yeah. Love you, Finkel. Thank you.
Yep. He said, "Oh, I kicked him off." Okay. Yeah. And I know he's joking. No,
yeah, I appreciate you elaborating.
For sure, and just for the record, I don't really support Chris in the sense of like supporting his channel or trying to help him out with anything, right, Chris? I've told you to your face. I think you're wrong about a lot of this stuff. I think your memory. I mean, I don't dislike you, Chris. You know that, right? I think you're not reliable a lot of the time with your own memory, and that's not. I'm not even trying to be a dick about that. I'm just saying just watching you. I hear you say stuff and then compare it to what happened. I'm like,
DP, listen, bro. I'm just a normal fucking dude, man. I'm not special. I'm not a machine.
I get it. And you're also not one of these guys that just goes into post office and shit like that. I don't I'm just because I know there's people out there saying, you know,
And when he misspeaks, he corrects the record too.
If I find out I'm
yeah,
wrong,
yeah.
sure.
Well,
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
absolutely.
Well, ish. But all that aside, it doesn't really fucking matter. He's not doing anything that is, you know,
Morally wrong.
well, I think his manners could use some work. Told him that before,
The
but
name calling
you know,
stuff. I've called him out on that.
I think you let Todd get to you a little too much sometimes. You feed into that
Well,
kind of stuff
yeah, but
when people
but we're not
argue
going
with
through.
you. Right,
Yeah,
right.
we're not going through the same thing that that Chris is going
Exactly.
and Tiffany
So,
are
but
going
my
through. So
point being,
yeah,
look, Chris can come up here. I can come up here. We're not antagonistic towards each other. I could think he's wrong and still have a conversation with the man. He doesn't run away
no, he
like a lot
doesn't.
of people do. He whether or not his points are valid or not, he will stand and defend himself. So you know, again, this just comes down to all this group think shit, which I'm not a fan of. You got to look at the information.
Bandwagon, whether they do something wrong or right, you're still going to support them anyway.
Right.
So
Well, what are all your people's lines of demarcation? Because if you're talking
Right.
about, okay, if you want to make a scumbag chart, you know,
And I've said I don't have to support everything he says or does.
Right.
And be okay with everything he says or does. And I can call him out on those things. And he doesn't say, well, fuck you, Cliff. I don't need you as a supporter then. He doesn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not
and
going to
he
walk
knows that
away
I
just
still-
because we disagree. I mean, look,
Exactly.
my boundaries are set for safety purposes, for security purposes, for my family, and that's it. You know, and when it comes to standing toe to toe with some dumb fuck that wants to run their mouth to my face, play me. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, what am I here for? Well, I'm here for I publish what I'm here for. I'm here because people need to see what happens.
Yeah, and that's the other side of this. No matter what you think of Chris or his objectives, Meade County is really overstepping.
You
Jay,
think?
yeah. So I mean that's a fact. And JJ, I don't know what you think you're doing there, man. Again, I've lived in places where it is good old boy politics like that. So I get it, man. They're all insulated in there. They all work in the same building. You know, nobody's gonna rat him out, you know, or they're all gonna have his back until it gets to perhaps a certain level, you know,
like federal
where-
court, right?
right, where other people start poking into it. But he feels
Okay. Hang on, guys. I got some housekeeping here. Tennessee Transparency News. Can you just repeat your question? Because I can't find a question. And then I'll ask it here. All right, go ahead, guys. Sorry.
Oh no. I mean, yeah. So it's a weird ass little situation going on, and all these again association. All you KFARs, all you frauditor watches, I mean, this is a lot of these channels I hear are just fluffy shit that are trying to they found a little niche in here and they think they're going to
Oh, was that the question? Was I paid to have you guys up on the panel tonight?
no, I think he was asking did you get a lot of money from JJ and GS like
yeah,
Christopher Ruff did or something like
tons, just tons. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, most of these videos are just, you know, look at this stupid frauditor, you know, clip. Isn't that frauditor stupid? That kind of shit. And, you know, which is fine. But, you know, like I said, then they're taking this. They're taking this.
Answer it. Sorry about that.
They're acting like there's some goddamn moral authority for any of this stuff. And meanwhile, they're hanging, you know, whether you know, you're tacitly supporting him or directly supporting him or whatever, You guys are all on the Kaiser bandwagon.
100%, because the Kaiser bandwagon is where they have obtained all the information that they're utilizing for their current support. It's
Or dummy
literally
Kruger.
spun for supporting a known corrupt couple of government officials in my case.
That is
knowingly.
the common denominator. Common denominator.
Right. And look, my channel does do when I have the ability, when I have the time, the space, the funding, the ability, all that, I do things for other people in different jurisdictions, but the core of my channel has only ever been to show you all from a first-hand perspective as the people who got our door kicked in on a malicious warrant. You know what I'm saying? Like we showed you video by video the best way I could learn how to show you what the quote unquote, well, no, it ain't quote, fuck it, victims go through step by step by step by step. And we walked you all the way through the raid stuff. We walked you all the way through. Then it got into my personal stuff behind it. I let that happen. I went ahead and told all that, you know. Then they start digging into this, you know, case that doesn't even matter, right? Like it has nothing to do with anything. Nobody's questioning anybody. The government's not. The time was served. Every fucking thing was done about it. Why? I don't know, but that seemed to be important to people. So I talked about that one. And then there was the Hardin County, the 1998 case that popped up when I was trying to help another man because his son was beaten the shit out of by 4 cops with
Pure
flashlights.
retaliation.
Yep. And then, you know, that somehow turned into a me story because I had to walk through the system. So I walked everybody video by video by video for every step through the system, you know. And then, so if anything, what you watch me do, and I'm, you know, if you want to attack me, then attack me for what I do. What I do is I show you that retaliation for expecting government exposure to misconduct. I will prove to you the retaliation is real. So if you want to attack me for that, you joined their bandwagon. Congratulations. Thank you for exposing yourself as part of the problem. And that's all I got to say about it.
Yep. Well said.
Fair
and that's
enough.
true. But I can tell you what they're saying on the other stream. On Lick the Whole Boot. They're all saying, Cliff, you're just a bitter, fat old man. You don't know shit. You're all stupid. You're all retarded. You're all just a bunch of Muppets. That's all they got to
the
say.
Response when they're stuck in a corner of it being truthful against them. Like they cannot stand it when you flip the light switch on.
Their chats. That's why they ban you from their chats. They can't have the opposite narrative in there at all.
Or StreamYard.
And we haven't timed anybody out tonight, right, Stephanie? Or blocked anyone from being in our chat, have we?
Oh, I do have a bone to pick with you, though.
I'm waiting for verification on that.
Chris, stop driving and live streaming, man. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Oh, no. I don't have any. There's no reason to worry about what I do on that. I have a. I got a dash
if
mount.
you get in a wreck, buddy.
How would I get in a wreck? I can talk just the same as I would talk to.
How would I
just
get in a wreck?
Just the same as I talk to a passenger.
Okay.
I'm talking to.
You live in deer country, don't you, my friend?
I know where I live, bro. I'm 47. Listen,
don't do that, Tennessee transparency. I know you're saying it sarcastically, but I just highlighted it so you guys can go ahead. See, he blocked GS, JJ. He blocked everyone. They're going to say that now, right?
That's so petty.
And it didn't happen.
Yeah,
it is petty.
All right. So DP,
that's
just
think about accidents, buddy.
For your peace of mind, brother, I don't even look at the screen. I just turn it on when I'm stopped.
I see you driving,
you're seeing me. You're seeing me scan the environment.
Do me a favor. Hey, look,
man.
And I'm giving you a lot of credit here because I could never have this kind of conversation with, say, like the likes of Chili DeCastro or something. But I'm just asking you, man, please, for your family, because I've been through.
It's hands-free though. It's not even illegal to do what I do.
I'm not joking.
They wouldn't.
It can. I've been through that, man. I've been through the lawsuits and shit. If you get in a wreck and they find out you're live streaming later, that could fuck your life up even more than the accident.
Well, no, it's in a hands-free device. It's not illegal. I can't get fucked up for it.
It doesn't matter because you're still you could be
I
arguing for traffic
I
driving.
know,
Just do me a
DP,
favor. Just do me a
DP.
favor, buddy.
I know this is
Listen,
coming
I
from a
can't
personal
promise you
place,
that, and I'm being
DP.
honest because, like, I'm a contractor for a living, and they call me all day while I'm working, and there's no
DP.
way I'm going to be able to not do things while I'm driving. But for your peace of mind,
Phone
it's
calls.
on a mount that is on my windshield, so it looks like I'm. You know what I'm saying? When I look out the windshield, you wouldn't be able to tell if I'm looking at the camera or not because the camera's looking at me. Okay. And I don't read the chat when I'm driving because I am responsible. I do pay attention to everything around me, and I never grab the phone and do anything unless I am stopped. And I always wear my seatbelt, you know. So I mean, but if I made that rule that I won't use hands free, I wouldn't be able to work.
Hands free is a phone call is not a live stream.
What's the difference?
It's a higher level of
I get where you're coming from, and I know
mental
this is a personal thing
and
with you too,
also
DP. I know this
a
is a very
lawyer.
personal thing. Let's stop. I want to get off this conversation, please. I know it's a very personal thing for you, DP.
No, and I
know.
appreciate it
I've
too.
watched
Like
the
he's
video.
coming from a good place, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He is. And I know it's really a personal situation for you too, though, DP. We know. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying.
I know.
It
I know.
can ruin
And I
somebody
know
else's
why you're
life
saying.
real quick. And
Yep.
right.
I know why you're saying
So,
it. Yes.
I said what I said. Take it under advisement, Chris.
There you
For
go.
you, of course. Yeah.
All
It's
right.
advised.
Okay, so generally specific, you'll be happy to know. My wife goes to bed at 7 o'clock during the week, my time, which it's almost 9 now. So she's probably laying up reading, and she has to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, out of consideration for my wife, I need to end this stream.
Something you don't know about, Todd.
Because I'm considerate. Not that I'm a pussy. Not that she wears the pants. Like you've tried to say before. This is fucking bullshit, man. The things he says is just sickening.
Todd's a pussy who has to wear shorts because that's the only thing he can find to be long enough for pants. Pussy.
Todd,
Todd, I
why
know you're watching, you fucking pussy.
Why don't you ask Kaiser to thank you for your service again?
Like, oh, okay. Now I don't go there. You guys know that. Every veteran.
I do.
I don't go after their service. None of them.
No, I'm saying he asked a stolen valor cretin to thank him for his service.
Right.
He's asked everybody to thank him for his service.
Yeah, he literally walks around and is like when he does leave the basement, that's all he talks about is how he served in combat.
And by the way, I rewatched those streams, Kaiser Simps. All the ones that you keep coming around and telling me he apologized for all that shit. No, he didn't. He knew he knew that the charges that were out in the open that were still open.
And we are talking about Kaiser. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. No.
They couldn't be disputed, so he couldn't say shit about those. So he copped to those. He knew nothing would really come of the stolen valor stuff. People would be pissed, but like he's probably not going to get prosecuted. So he said, and the murder, obviously, he can't. He's not.
He'll never admit to.
Oh,
right.
Even though he had that weird.
Not going to make him look good at all.
Dude, yeah. And whether he did it or not
is irrelevant.
Are you kidding me? Like, of all the things to say about it, you pick like that. It's a weird. I really think he is like that old saying, criminals just want to be caught. Because why else would you start a YouTube channel? This guy essentially got away with murder.
Yeah.
And then he just out of his own hubris and his own, I don't know what's driving him, but I don't want to know. But it drove him to come up on YouTube and make a spectacle of himself in a bunch of easily debunked tales. and then dredge all this stuff up and get himself pinched essentially for bond violations. He's probably going to end up in prison until them. And he reactivated the murder trial. Good job, dummy. I mean, unbelievable. But you guys keep giving him money. Keep giving him
And they're going
money.
to say the same thing about for public safety supporters. You guys just keep giving him money. He's a liar. He's a big fat liar.
Well, okay, so it's psychology 101 projection.
Yeah.
The word projection, everybody understands. I
That's
think
exactly what
Kaiser
they do.
came to YouTube realizing that it was a way for him to trick people into giving him money, and in his personality, it just so happened to come out as what the content is. So like he can't be someone else, right? But he tried, but he can't. So he can't be someone else, but he knew that this was a place where he could get money. So that was, I think, his reason. And you know what? If he had changed his ways and not been such a piece of shit and a menace to society, I might be able to support someone for making a change and recognizing that there could be business in the world of YouTube and making content. Like, let's say you were making content about any other thing except for hurting people, right? Or lying to hurt people's, reputations. Like
Bloodborne.
for example, veterans.
Bloodborne.
Right.
Says you people support FPS are brain dead. I was once
What
one
does
of
that
you.
even
Really?
mean, though?
Really?
What does that even mean?
Hang on. Here's another one. I hate Kaiser. Well, if you hate Kaiser, all of these people are with Kaiser. I mean, come on, dude.
The
Think about it.
information you're using
Who's
to hate
dead?
me came from Kaiser. Like, what are you
Exactly.
talking about? That's why you hate me. You hate me because you support what Kaiser made up. That's what's going on.
Maybe you just
So I don't
like
care.
I
He's
just think they're full of shit. Bloodborne, gone to the
Look,
dark side.
so the point, real quick, what I was trying to make was all these Kaiser supporters always trying to tell me he apologized for this. No. He actually said, I did not commit stolen valor. He said that on his stream. So all of you, I mean.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So again, we are going to end this stream out of consideration for my wife. But I am going to bring up Mode Media because, and I just want him to be able to put his 2 cents worth in there. Whoop. Oh, he left. Okay.
He's respecting your wife.
he is, and I appreciate that. Mode
Well,
Media.
I'll say my outs here. I just want to.
Okay.
I do appreciate. I know I came in hot, and I still feel that way. Like I am in full protection mode at this point. Again,
You're entitled to be,
and I have reason to be. It's things I'm not going to share. But I'm in full protect mode again, and I will not apologize for responding in the way that I am. I'm not going to do that, but I will say that I do appreciate you being lenient with me and allowing me to vent in the way that I feel like is necessary. So I do appreciate that.
Absolutely. DP, any parting words?
Not really.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to say, everybody, no, go ahead. You got something?
Oh, no, I
Okay.
think I said everything I needed to
I
say.
think what DP means is fuck you, Kaiser.
That's always a good closer.
We'll put the words in his mouth. Yes.
Those
I know he
words,
means it.
those words I'll accept in my mouth.
All right. Good night,
okay.
guys. Good night to your wife as well, Cliff.
Yep. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks for the forum.
You bet. So Mode Media is said he's going live. So Stephanie, if you'd like to put his link in the chat. If you guys want to go over to Mode Media, he might have something good to say. He usually does. I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. I know that we've been stream sniped, and I know that all of the bullshit is happening over there, and I know they're going to be saying all kinds of things. Saying, "Oh, you're such a dumbass." I like it. I love it. Give me some more of it, because you're giving me content too. You fucking idiots. All right, here we go. And again, my other channel will have this kind of garbage on it, which I do. I consider all this stuff garbage. This kind of stuff will never be shown on the Vigilance Committee channel ever again. It will be shown on the Vigilance Committee Cliff Williams. I'll put my name on it. Okay. So all of this drama bullshit, I'll put my name on and I'll go for the money on that channel. What I do on this channel has true meaning, and we're going to get back to it. So I do appreciate everybody, and I am out.
In the heart of the Vigilance Committee, where the sun sets low and the spirits run free, we stand together, hand in hand, watching over the sacred land. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. Through the storms and the darkest night, we'll shine our light, we'll stand and fight. For the ones we love, for the ones we've lost. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll bear the cost. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. Through the storms and the darkest night, we'll shine our light, we'll stand and fight. For the ones we love, for the ones we've lost. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll bear the cost. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. In the quiet of the night, we'll keep the watch, we'll hold on tight. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll stand tall. Together we'll rise, together we'll fall. We're the keepers of the flame. In the Vigilance Committee, we'll never be the same. Through the trials and the tests, we'll always give our best. In the heart of the Vigilance Committee, where the sun sets low and the spirits run free, we'll stand together, hand in hand, watching over the sacred in the heart of the Vigilance Committee, where the sun sets low and the spirits run free, we'll stand together, hand in hand, watching over the sacred land.